What the hell?
Fucking instance! Bullet hell!
So I had a brain blast.
What's your brain blast?
Once you are done with the instance and you can actually look at Discord without, anything else, I'm just gonna go in the streaming chat on the thing, and then you go to the multiplayer, and I'll just pull you into it. Like, why the fuck we playing around and calling each other when we could just do that, and then that way you're already there when I want to pull people in so we can do dungeons. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Also, this is the greatest fucking instance I've ever been a part of.
Let me sing you the song of my people.
My current existence. Get closer!
Onslaught.
Oh!
Onslaught.
I did. This instance boss just cleaved me for my entire anus.
Onslaught.
Pop delirium, pop delirium, pop delirium.
As we'll go.
Oh!
We are live, by the way. Yes, that time's a lot.
Pops TBN.
Give me the shroud back. We'll get started in 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
And just let me know once you're out of the instance and you can actually
I'm currently getting deleted, that's why I'm panicking.
Yeah, let me know once you can breathe again so that we can swap just over to streaming. Because like I said, it don't make much sense for us to sit out here. We could just sit in there.
You're right. This is something straight out of Persona!
Having fun, huh?
No. Oh, lovely. It went Super Saiyan. This is fucking perfect. Uh-huh. Yep. Total. Perfect. Yep. 100%.
Hey, SB, how's it going? You're here, but you've also replaced your blood with City of Heroes. So does that mean you're not joining us with Doma Castle today? Because that would be, I mean, it would be fine. We'd make do with what we've got, but I'd like to go in a light party. Because we should get to Doma Castle today. I don't think we'll get to the trial that happens after it, because it's like several quests after Doma Castle, but I'm pretty sure we should. So you can still just let you know when to log on. Okay, sounds good. Gotcha. I will let you know. I will let everybody know once we're there.
Okay, let's move over to multiplayer. I can breathe again.
Okay, yeah, go to the multiplayer chat and I'll just pull you into the streaming chat. I think he's going to need to hyperventilate for a few minutes. Oh boy. Big old boy. Let's pull McCole up in here. See, this is much easier. You gonna be able to play after getting deleted over there, or what?
Well, the instance boss cleared me for 11k!
Ah. Out of how much?
60k.
Oh, well that's not too bad. That's like 20% of your health almost.
It was a fucking instance! You're not supposed to hit that hard!
Oh boy. 33 companies eager to hire amid COVID-19. Yes, thank you. I'll look at that later. Okay, let me take a drink and then I'm gonna log in.
Okay. I'm setting my phone down in such a way where I can see the chat.
Okay. You're on the same quest as I am on your main, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I want to pull back on a couple of things I was mentioning on the last stream, because I think the way that I was talking about things, it made it sound like my argument was, reincarnation is dumb, lol, go learn science, nomads. And that's not really where the problem that I have lies. The problem that I have lies less in the... Because if you think about it, they're subsistence farmers. There are very few of them, and many of them die while nomading around the steppe and looking for food and stuff. If any place is going to have a reincarnation system as a system of beliefs, this is a very plausible place for them to put it. I take umbrage with the fact that they use this blessed by the gods will keep coming back no matter what concept to lord over everyone's heads like they're the best thing since sliced bread, when in reality, if you walk, I don't know, 100 miles to the southeast, they would find out that they're not the best. There's many different ways of living. They use it like a shield, almost like a cult, basically, and that's where I take umbrage with it. But the only Al-Ra that have any reason to walk in that direction are the ones that are exiled, so I suppose that's why they feel so rigid, I guess, is my main concern. Anyway, that's all not a big deal. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, the Stream Edition. Last time we had to do party favors for the dumbass blessed by the sun and moon Al-Ra up on the Dawn Throne. There are 3 flying godwalkers over there. And today, we are going to hopefully free our friends from this guy in here, who I really hope gets murdered when we go take the fight to the Empire, but knowing this game and the way that it's been going, this expansion, it's not going to happen, and I'm just going to get nothing out of this expansion. Nothing good is going to happen in the way that I would like it to in this expansion, and that's just the way things are going to be. So I'm going to lower my expectations and talk to Magni and hope that he gives my friends back now. Hey Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? Just getting started, working our way through the story again today. Well, that's the trouble, Magni. We probably don't know much other than what you already know. So, I mean, do you know about their system of reincarnation? Because that's about all we were able to glean. Well, I'm glad that you understand their strength. Yes. Did we say something funny? Yeah, I'm confused. Well, that's literally her character in a nutshell. Like, you're getting upset with her for the exact same things that you do to everyone else, so why... Yeah, if you could take it. I'm surprised there's no infighting going on between the two of you. I mean, there is, it's just not open. Because they can't fight openly because their elders forbid it. Okay, well, at least we get our friends back now. So that's good. Connection was randomly dropping sometimes earlier, but seems to be okay now. Well, that's not good. It could be, because we were having issues with our internet for a few days there as well. It could be that the fact that there are so many more people at home now, there's more going on with the bandwidth or something like that, and so now maybe they'll have stabilized it. I don't know. But we'll probably run into more than a few connection issues over the course of this whole pandemic, so if it works the way I'm thinking it does. Well, let's have a listen to hear what Magni says. So... Okay. So, accept my own supreme authority. Sure. You're not going to like it if you accept my supreme authority, because I'm going to dismantle your entire belief system, but... yeah. Okay, I guess we can go home now. To the nice Al-Ra.
Nice.
Yeah, the mole. The ones that didn't present their their beliefs like a condescending cult. The ones that presented their beliefs like, well, it may not necessarily be the way that the world works, but it's the way that's worked for us because of our current system of existence. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You guys are all right. These guys, oh god. If every single Al Ra on top of the Dawn Throne gets murdered viciously by the Empire as foot soldiers and cannon fodder when we infiltrate Doma, I would be no less, like, I'd be completely indifferent to it, to be honest. So okay, well, I'm sure Gosetsu can give you the gist, because I don't usually seem to be I usually seem to be playing catch up to you guys, so.
Man, Stormblood playing with my feels again.
Oh, you're still over on the alt.
I'm still in the cutscene.
Ah, I see.
Fuck my life, it's been 40 minutes, game, let me go.
See, SB, I'd have problems with what I was saying if it wasn't for the fact that every single one of the people in this game are just a bunch of polygons. Like, genocide meh is okay when it's just polygons. I'm taking that stance. If the robot overlords eventually take over the world and then fucking murder me for it, then that's fine, but it's all a bunch of polygons. They can all die. It doesn't matter. I can log in and out of this game at will, so, like, fucking, I don't care.
Well, you know, Jimmy, it's less about that and more about the principle.
Yeah, I'm sure the principle of it is the same as the way that the Garleans took over this place. I'm sounding probably fairly imperial at the moment. But maybe if they presented their beliefs without feeling so rigid, I wouldn't feel so rigid myself. Maybe I wouldn't feel so defensive if they'd actually bend to realize, hey, the world may not exactly work the way that we think it does. But really, to be honest, it's the reason why a lot of the NPCs in Stormblood are having such a problem adapting to the way that the Empire has adapted to it. Really, a lot of them are all in shock still, I'm thinking, to be honest, because, like, they're also rigid. Like this is less of a factor in Alamigo, but it's definitely been shown here in Doma that they have one way of thinking, one belief system, one way of life. And when the Empire came in and said, no, fuck you, we don't give a shit what your way of life is, you're going to be subservient to us now, they said, well, we'll continue living our way of life, and if people die because of it, then, well, we did our best. And it's just like, maybe if you learn to bend a little bit, you wouldn't feel like you're being completely... You wouldn't feel like there's this acute pressure on you that, again, I have told in the past doesn't make any sense because you haven't been usurped for more than a single generation. So, I don't know. Completely missed the point of the tribes. Gosetsu mocks the Dotharl himself. The vast majority of people in the universe are like, fuck people who don't agree with me. Conformity come hell or high water is like, welcome to actual Japan. Well, yeah, because Japan is on an island. I get that. But it's just not... It's the reason why they all feel so oppressed, and I'm like Crimea River, because I've seen actual oppression at this point again, because we've been through Heaven's Ward, where actual oppression has taken place, and people have said, well, we have to do this, but it's because it's the only way of living that we know. There are people in Doma, in Yangsha, in the Azim Steppe that have lived before that were alive before Doma was taken over, before the Civil War. And you would think that some of them would actually want to go back to that, but apparently they're all fine to sit on their hands. It's just fucking dumb. I hate it. They got no spine, they got no balls, and I really don't care. Don't tell me to chill the fuck out, SB. Go the fuck away. I'm not going to chill the fuck out until they actually start having some balls and spine. When they do that and they show me a reason for them being, like, actually brave enough to take back this place that they call home, then I will chill the fuck out. I'm not going to chill the fuck out until then. Well, I hope so, Serena, because if you guys don't take over, I don't know what I'm going to think at this point. Okay, time for the Nadim. Let's do this. And Yugman, I didn't see you come in. Sorry there. How you doing? Welcome. So everyone's going to get ready to fight. Got it. Still not really up and up on the pronouns here, Serena. You're gonna have to speak plain English, or else I'm not gonna get this. Well, I'll do the best I can, sure. So you're gonna fight in it with us, right? No, I get that. I do need to take a break every now and then. Okay, who's next? Who else needs a pep talk from the pissed off guy? And did you? Well, yeah, because we're here, so yeah, you gotta have faith in yourself there, man. It's not just the fact that I'm here to help you, it's also the fact that if you don't believe in your own way of doing this, then there's no point in doing it, so. And, oh, they keep crediting, they can't take credit for their own damn efforts either, that's another thing. And I get that that's a part of their belief system, it pisses me off. Hi. I want to leave this place so that I can be done with this. Yeah, how about we just fight and win? How about that? Let's give them the pep rally. There you go. Is my mic still working, Cole? You're being quiet over there.
Yeah, I can still. Yeah, you're still good.
Okay. You know what? Whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you through this, I'm just gonna let it be, because obviously if I try to understand it, it's gonna piss me off. So just you do whatever you got to do. Okay, sounds good. Yes, you too. Okay. Well, I think we're all set. I mean, to be honest, I've been held captive for the past 10 quests, so I don't know that I did that much to help them, but I'm glad they took some solace in what I'd said. Now then. So it isn't a, knock them out thing. It's an actual, we're going to go slaughter mass amounts of Al Ra because that's how the strong survive around here. Okay. Well, I was hoping we wouldn't have to, so we'd have more soldiers for cannon fodder, but that's okay. Alright, then let's wait for daybreak so we can wait for the instance to begin. Thankfully I can do so by simply speaking to Serena here. Yep, I'm as good as I will be. Let's go take a look and see what they have out on the battlefield. I can use Hagakure Aniki Shoten in here. It's going to sink me to 68, so that's good.
I see you, soil bearers.
See, like, even his voice actor, was told to be as condescending as fuck. And it's just like, dude, like, you can say and do whatever you want, but I've literally been to places in the world where your way of life would last 3 seconds before you were all turned into tomato paste. Like, just slow down on the rigidity of your way of life. Come on. Hi.
The soil has been scattered, and the steppe reborn! Sanctified and unbound, she calls for a new Han!
Okay, that's not how you say Kagan or Khan. Whatever. Let's keep moving on.
Claim her, Dothal, and bring death to all who bar your way!
Like, I'm at the point where I wouldn't be shocked if the Mole won this, and the Dotharl and the Oranir and the whatever the fuck the other guys' names are, just said, no, it doesn't count. We're blessed by the sun and the moon. You can't win. We don't agree, so we're gonna make it all a moot point. Like, I'm so over it, man. I'm so over this, again, the rigidity of all of these people. Okay, it disappeared. That means we should probably get out there.
I must say, it's been a while. Is everyone ready?
I'd like to believe so, sure.
A samurai is always ready. You shall remember this soon enough once I have taken to the field.
So we take on all comers, and then it's off to Doma. I can't wait.
Well, that's the plan. Hopefully they'll listen to us once we're done beating them up.
Thank you, my friends. Upon the soil of one and all shall our deeds be inscribed.
Oh no, I completely agree, Yugman.
It's a shame because some people consider this part of Stormblood to be one of the few good parts. Again, see, I like the premise of all of the, like, this isolated area where the Empire hasn't touched it and all these people have their own way of thinking. It's just the fact that the people on the Dawn Throne ruined it for me. Because they come down on you so hard with the condescension that it's like, I just want to know who you are and what your stake is in all of this. We all got to live here, right? Like, all of the people of Doma have to live here at some point. Not necessarily just in the Azim Steppe, but the Azim Steppe is just as much a part of all of this as the people of Yanxia are, or the people of Kugane, the Ruby Sea. They're all going to have a reason to fight the Empire's oppression. Maybe if you didn't come down so hard, like if they came down that hard on me, I'd say, okay, listen, fuck you guys. I'm going to go find other foot soldiers, okay? I'm going to go take my chances with the people of Yanxia. I'll take the farmers with nothing to lose over these guys as my foot soldiers. It just, you didn't have to come down so hard on me with that because it sounds very... It's like the exact opposite of how the Empire is. Or really, it's the same side of the curve. Because if you go back, like, they're so far in one direction that they circle around and end up in the same part of the line of condescension as the Empire does. So, I don't know. It just... bad taste in my mouth, that's all I know. Okay, so we have to go to get these Ovo. Fend off attacks from the other tribes. Okay. This sounds like an excessively complex instance.
That.
Grant us favor, O Mother of the Dusk, and to
I can finally
victory
put my
guide them
I can finally
all.
put my fucking opinion out there on this whole thing you've been getting into for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, with the Nadam and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jimmy, follow me here.
Feel free, because I'm going to be fighting this whole time, so you can go ahead and talk. Oh, they withdrew Confucius from battle on me. That sucks.
Alright, so let me throw this out here for you, Jimmy. So, these Al-Ra have been living in this area for, let's just say, hundreds of years. Because I don't know the
Probably
exact number. How long
thousands.
has-
I think thousands would be a fair thing to say.
They, under a controlled Doma, have fended off the Empire since the moment that they inhabited this place. Because you cannot tell me the
Should I
Empire
be-
wouldn't just walk into Doma and not want the entire thing to be theirs, especially
There's-
a massive plate of land like that. You have any idea how many Magitech factories you can build in a place like that?
A lot.
And yet, the Empire has not been able to claim a fucking inch of their territory.
I'm not
Why?
debating their capacity as warriors. That's fine.
Oh, no. I'm getting to that. I'm setting up my point.
Okay.
You say that all of this is pointless. But if a bunch of people, a bunch of tribes using swords, shields, and magic is capable of handing off the Empire for 2 decades almost, wouldn't you want them on your side?
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be on our side. I'm not saying that they're not. It's the fact that they seem to think, again, that their way of life is the only way of thinking, and everyone else is beneath them, inferior, incapable of doing the things that they're doing. When, again, if they would have walked not very far from the step, they would understand how wrong they are about that whole thing. And it's fine. They can have their belief system and choke on it if they want to. I don't care about that part. It's the fact that we need them, and they come down on us like we're the Empire. I mean, I guess if you want to be completely honest, we could appear that way to them, because we're all outsiders to them. But it just, I don't know, it just seems like they don't have to be condescending as fuck. That's all I'm saying. They don't have to be condescending as fuck. That's all.
Okay, so back to my point.
I don't know where I'm
My
supposed to
point
be
is,
going
in
here.
in the eyes of basically everybody having the resistance, having these tribes on their side would essentially mean a guaranteed victory against the Empire because they've held them off for 25 years with effectively sticks and spears. So yes, they are condescending. Yes, they are, but we need them on their side, and as such, we have to tolerate them.
Yeah,
Just
no,
like
I
we have
get
to
that.
tolerate Lolarito.
I get that. It's just, it's very hard to tolerate them when they're this fucking
That's the
obnoxious.
point, Jimmy! It's supposed to be hard to tolerate. They're supposed to be dicks, but we need them on our side. Yes, it's frustrating to have to basically just say, okay, listen, I want to kill you with every fiber of my being because you are the worst kind of human being I could possibly imagine. But, on the other hand, yes, they're terrible. Arguably, these Al-Ra are worse than the Empire because of their traditions and what they do and how they do it.
I wouldn't call
But
them
at the
worse than
same
the
time-
Empire, but
Well, they're dick faces is what I'm trying to say. My point is, it's a means to an end. By being nice to them now, we won't have to deal with them later. That's whoever wins the Notums problem.
oh, we'll have to deal with them later. Even if we liberate Doma, they're still gonna be obnoxious, Cole. Let's not kid ourselves on that one.
But are they our problem anymore?
I'm sure the game's gonna make them our problem somehow. They don't make people this obnoxious and then put them on a bus for the remainder of the expansion. That's all I know.
Hey, Jimmy.
Wow.
What have I done that you haven't?
Some of the patch content.
More like most of the patch content and the rest of Stormblood.
Most of the
Let's
patch
cycle it.
content.
My point is, they're making it deliberately hard to deal with to make this more frustrating. Like I said, Stormblood is an expansion that excels at making a player frustrated, both in the bad way and in the good way. It takes all this work to put together a rebellion. It does. But Jimmy, here's my issue with your entire argument about the whole Ishgard thing and how they're whining and how they're babies. If a country next door to another country is oppressed for 1,000 years in horrible ways, does the country next door to them that's only been oppressed for 25 years, does that invalidate their problems?
Yes. by far, it invalidates their problems because they haven't dealt with the same thing that everyone else has next to them.
Okay, then, let me hit you with something a little more personal.
Okay.
Just because, let's assume I've had depression for 4 years of my life. Let's assume somebody else in your family has had depression for 10 years. Does that invalidate my issue?
No.
Then you're contradicting yourself and you're a hypocrite.
Not contradicting myself. There's a difference between someone suffering from a mental difference in mental state and from people being oppressed. Oppression can be measured, okay? Like, it can be measured how long and how far people have gone in order to make people's lives miserable. And it just, I don't know. I just don't, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, and it just pisses me off.
No, what pisses me off is the fact that you're invalidating all of Alamigo and Doma's struggles of being oppressed for 25 years simply because you've ran into a country who's had it the same way for a longer amount of time and given up that way of life for a longer period of time.
But their reasoning,
that's the point here.
Cole, their reasoning for them feeling the way that they do in Ishgard, though, is completely justified because there's no one left that remembers the way the old country was. They died generations ago. The people of Alamigo remember how things were before. The people of Doma remember how things were before the Empire moved in. So if any of those guys had any spine left in them, they'd want to fight for it. But no one wants to fight for it, not even the people that were there before. That's the part that's pissing me off.
Here's another question for you.
How many fucking guys are there in this instance?
They had the spine to do anything. They got obliterated completely, totally, without reason, and then everything got worse. If a rebellion rises up in the middle of a country, and the country oppressing that country that rebels strikes back tenfold, that discourages people from rebelling again. On top of this, you also have to deal with the fact that, on top of this, Xenos is around. Xenos, according to what he did, treated everybody in the Resistance for this like garbage. He treated them like killing them like sport. So if you had no king to rouse your fighting spirit for 25 years, if you had no figure and no hope left, and the only resistances left is only a few people wielding sticks and swords, you'd be inclined to just sit down and take it too, because it's better than resisting and dying.
No, it's not. I disagree. I would rather be dead than live under the pall of the Empire. If I was somebody who lost my entire homeland and I had to deal with those fucks instead, no, I'd die first.
Okay, then. You die. Your children are brought in and tortured for the rest of eternity. Is that the future you want for your kids? Or are you going to tell me you're going to kill your kids?
No, of course it's not the future I'd want for my kids. My kids would fight with me.
And what if they're scared of dying? What are you going to do then?
I'm scared of dying. That doesn't mean I'm stopping fighting.
The fear of death can do a lot to motivate people, Jimmy.
I got a question that's...
people who have been oppressed.
I got a question that's outside of this ethical argument that we're having. Am I doing something wrong in this instance? There seems to be infinite spawns.
No, you're supposed to kill them.
Because Lisa's dying and I can't undie her. And they keep telling me to go somewhere, but there's nothing telling me where to go.
You have to keep moving forward. Whichever direction you were going before, you have to keep moving. The instance is confusing, and Stormblood does this a couple times, where it doesn't give you a map marker.
Because, yeah, I'm very confused right now, because I'm supposed to be going somewhere. Okay, hang on. So I'll go this way, then.
Alright, so, back to our ethical argument, because I'm not done. I'm far from fucking done.
No, you should continue. Because it's worth mentioning, it's worth talking about this ethical stuff.
No, I said I'm very much so not done with this ethical argument. See, my point is, Jimmy, the fear of death can do a lot to motivate people. Just because somebody has been oppressed for 1,000 years does not make the people who are oppressed for 25 years any less invalid. Does it make their struggle a little bit less hard to relate to? Yes. Does it change the fact that a dead kid is a dead kid? No. If a man whose family has been oppressed for 1,000 years loses his son, it's the same thing as somebody who's been oppressed for 25 years losing his son, because that's still a fucking dead kid.
Oh, sure. No, I get it. It's a dead kid. That would do a lot to demotivate people, I'm sure. But how many dead kids were there in Ishgard? How many dead kids have happened there? And they have reason to be demotivated, but they're still fighting. Do you see where the problem lies here?
Yes, they're fighting for revenge. They want to kill the dragons, and they're in a standstill war to do so.
Yep.
Every single battle that comes, the dragons lose just as many people as the humans.
I wouldn't say just as many.
My point is they're fighting a losing war. Ishgard is. Ishgard was fighting a losing war against the dragons that was borderline breaking even on a good day. It was only a matter of time before the dragons obliterated them anyway. They were fighting on it for a
it's a battle of attrition. Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Meteor. We're in the middle of an ethical argument. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit less baritone than usual.
Yeah, say Meteor, how's it going?
Anyway, my point of the matter here is They were fighting a losing war. The people of Doma fought a losing war, got obliterated, and have been having nothing but their morals obliterated. The dragons didn't walk into towns every day, steal kids, and tell people to go fuck themselves and stomp out their parents. The dragons simply retaliated.
And let's not forget, by the way, that these are. And let's not forget, by the way, that these are dragons that they're fighting, which to me feels much more threatening than the Empire. I know the Empire has all the technology in the world and they can be threatened, but they're still people. You understand what I'm saying? And then the other part that pisses me off about this, and I get that this is we wanted to save ourselves, so we recruited and enlisted at the Empire or whatever, so that we could, not be dead. But, like, I think the ethical and moral compass of every single person in both Doma and Alamigo thus far has been questionable at best and rigid to a fault at worst, because they just
I will not deny that Stormblood has some very rocky segments. I will not deny that it reminds me of 1.0 in a way, the way that we're running around dealing with a bunch of political bullshit.
I mean 2.0.
And once we finally get to 2.0, thank you. I will not deny that. What I will deny, however, is you simply saying that your struggles are invalid simply because I've seen something worse. The Empire has had a hand around the throat of these countries for 25 years. Mm-hmm. And they can be able to do nothing to fight back. Ishgard was fighting back, but still losing. My point is that you are the breaking point. You are the thing that motivates these two countries to get moving, get off their ass, and do something. Does it take a lot? Yes. Because you're effectively doing what happened to Ishgard in 5 minutes as opposed to 50 years. It's difficult because it's supposed to be. Starting a rebellion in two countries imposed by a literal Magitech empire is not easy. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but most of all, more than anything, it requires a lot of work. My point here, Jimmy, is that I despise the fact that you are telling all of this, that you are straight up saying, just because your son died, because this Imperial killed him, killed your wife, your struggle is invalid and your complaints are invalid because I was in a country before where there were generations being tortured. A dead kid's a dead kid.
No, I get that. I do understand.
So then why do you keep saying, oh, you're just a crybaby? If a father loses his son and is forced to live out the rest of his life alone, Ishgard or not, that's tragic, that's fucked up, and he's most certainly not going to do anything about it because if he does, he's dead. And so
no, he's going to do... If anything, that guy has reason to fight because his kid is dead. If that was my kid, I'd pick up a sword sooner than you could say, no, my kid's dead.
And guess what would happen to you? You die.
Yep,
you die
at least I'd be with my
alone
kid. At least I'd be with my kid again then.
And what about the people who have kids? You're going to leave your kids in the world alone to be oppressed by Imperials? No. You're going to live on. You're going to be a father to them to the best of your ability. And even though you know it's wrong, even though you know it's fighting back, your kid's living a peaceful life while you get the shit kicked out of you is better than anything else, because giving them a good childhood is all that fucking matters. Fuck my life. I need to take a breath.
Okay, I'm getting really sick of your shit, Sixth Sadu Heaven's Flame.
I had to kill both of them before I could actually capture this.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, checkers.
Hey, Amarella, how's it going? Also, the point of faith, Alamegans and even Domans had their faith crushed. Guardians are still free to worship the Fury. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It still feels like their faith, their way of living is still intact here, even though the Empire's been around. It's just that their faith isn't guiding them through it like it did in some cases in Ishgard, you know? So, I don't know. I just really disagree with the way that this expansion has developed the people to be these completely incapable of changing people who are still... But again, I think it makes sort of some sense because they're all still... practically, they could all still be in shock over the fact that the Empire wandered in, said, no, we're going to claim your land now, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're going to believe in what we say now. And they were like, but we believe this, and the Empire's like, no, you don't believe that anymore. If you do, you're dead. That's fine. It's just that they are so quick to jump to the idea of, well, I guess the Empire is the way that we live now. We can't live any other way.
Oh,
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. You just changed your way of thinking when the Empire came. You're just as capable of changing now, fighting for what you remember, fighting for a new future for kids that are not dead now, as you were capable of living your normal life before the Empire came in. When the Empire came in, you had to change your way of thinking. If you are not willing to change your way of thinking now, you're giving up. So...
We have won. The Maul have won. The Dawn Throne is ours.
Good, now kick all the rest of them down on the steppe and make them live like subsistence farmers.
Okay, by the way, side note. I wanted to address what Meteor said in chat. I am very passionate about the world of this game because I love this game. Because I know what potential it has. Because, well, I'm way ahead in the story of my brother. I've seen a lot of Shadowbringers content, but I haven't experienced it for myself. I know this game has the balls to make you cry like a bitch. This is an MMO that taught me that MMOs can be good again. Because I played a lot of really shitty free-to-play ones for the longest time. You can ask my brother about that.
He did. He played a lot of I wouldn't say not so good ones, but ones that didn't have this kind of story.
MMO because it's something I can devote my time to and enjoy myself. I'm passionate about it because I love the characters. And this is a connection that I feel like you can only really get if you're invested in this game and you love it, but most of all, if you're a writer. If you're a writer, you understand what it means to really invest yourself in characters. And I'm capable of doing that. I'm not saying it's something that not everyone can do. I'm saying it's just how I feel. I love the characters in this game. I love the story. I love everything about it. Granted, there are problems. I'll freely admit there are problems.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's fine. I'm also think that the game is very good, all things considered. I'm not saying that. I'm more keen to pick the problems apart, like I'm nitpicking everything, than you are, I think. That's true. Dragons do bleed, Magitech doesn't. Seeing it bleed helps psychology of fighting more than anything. That's sadistic, but there is some truth to that. Like there's this idea of it being just a cold, merciless machine. I will give you that one. That is definitely true. It's the reason why the Terminator movies work, right? Is because the Terminator movies just have these metallic beings. They don't. What's the saying from the movie? Like they don't fear anything, and they will never stop until they kill you. I don't exactly remember the exact line, but yeah, it's something along those lines. So I will give you that one. It's just no one's willing to try. You know what I mean? That's the problem, is that their way of thinking has already changed, whether they know it or not, and now they're not willing to try again. It's I don't know, it just, and I think I'm with Yugman on this one, and what he talks about is that they're all being cowards. Not the case of the people on the steppe here. They're not cowards. They live in isolation. They have no reason to be cowards. But everyone in this area hides behind it, right? They're all hiding behind their belief systems and their faith, thinking that it will keep them safe when it hasn't kept them safe. The Empire is waiting on their doorstep to take over this entire place. The only way to get them out of there is to fight back. And they're not. So, I don't know. It just doesn't. They didn't try hard enough, Amarillo. That's what I'm saying. They should be still fighting. 25 years later, they should be still fighting because they didn't win. Until you win, you don't stop fighting. If every single last person in Doma, in Yanxia, in the Ruby Sea, in Alamigo is dead except for you, you don't stop fighting just because, oh, okay, I guess they won. Not for something like this. You're fighting for your basic human rights. You keep fighting for them until you're dead if you have to. That's all.
Jim.
That's the way that I feel. Wow.
Now, I'm just going to be the voice of reason here and actually do my fucking job as a moderator. You do realize you're basically just repeating what happened earlier with SB with Amarella right now, right?
I'm aware, yeah. And I think I came down too hard on SB there, and I want to apologize to SB for that, but...
I'll let him know. I've been talking to them on and off. It's why I've been quiet.
Okay.
Because, I'm doing my job.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck is this guy doing here? I was waiting until I was done having the conversation to see what the people of the steppe were going to say about, oh, the Maul won, and whether they were going to acknowledge it or not. But now these fuckwads have to come in and ruin all the goddamn fun.
I thought I'd find you here, Aosian! Dearest of all my enemies.
I'm glad you hold me to such a high standard. I'd put you somewhere between Ifrit normal mode and
my choice of posting.
Brave Flox's long stop. Sure they will.
Well, go on then. Kill him. Kill them all.
Yes, name day guy, yeah. Well, Thalamigo and Doma, they watched that triad go up in fire and 1/3 of every village get taken out. But that's the one I'm talking about, Amarilla. In order for them to stop fighting, 3/3 of that village would have had to go up in smoke. They stopped at the 1/3 point. They need to not stop.
I mean, that's the kind of the point of this expansion is, hey, you guys stopped the 1/3 of that expansion, and for 25 years you've been paying for it and possibly losing all psychological hope you have. Here, let me rekindle that for you.
Yeah, and see, that's where I'm trying to come in here, is I'm trying to make it very clear that they are all dead anyway, whether they slow bleed out or they die right now by making a final assault on a castrum with their sticks and their torches and their pitchforks and their whatever, and their no training, they're dead. Everyone here is dead. So you might as well die fighting for something that you believe in, fighting for a better day for the people that still live. So.
Oh man, Amaral actually does make a good point.
Yeah, they took the young and the fighters and brainwashed them into the Empire, and they left the weak and the old. And the weak and the old should feel pissed off about that. They've had 25 years to become, well, not, you can't do anything about old, but weak you can do something about. So.
All right, let me clear this up with the stream chat real quick because I feel like I need to intervene at this point. My brother has an opinion. You are all welcome to share your opinion. We will welcome it. I just don't want fighting to break out in here. We are all here to have a good time, and despite the fact that my brother is a massive hardhead, that's what we're here for. We're here to enjoy the game. We're here to have fun. I literally just don't want infighting in this chat.
By the lore of the steppe.
It's funny because usually I'm the voice of reason for you. So now we're in reverse here.
Can everybody please?
Yeah, let's do this
calm
one.
down a little bit. In the name of all that is holy.
Okay, well, we're all fighting against the Empire now, so I guess at least they're willing to be with us because the Imperials are trying to, oh my god, are trying to encroach upon their beliefs.
So I apologize for any stress that we may have just caused to this argument. I am sorry. I got a little heated there myself, and I caught myself.
No, I'm not really all that sorry about it. I don't care if people get heated about this sort of stuff, because I understand passions run high. It's fine. I welcome the discourse. We all have our opinions on all this stuff, and I'm not trying to tell anybody that their opinion is incorrect. I am, however, trying to say that my opinion is out there, and if you yell at me about my opinion, it's not going to change mine. If you make good points about it, then it'll change. I'll be willing to consider it. It's just, yelling's not going to get us anywhere when it comes to this stuff.
I'm aware. That's why I'm trying to stop people from yelling, get people to calm down and not have to go out of my way to talk somebody back into the community again.
Listen, if that little bit is telling people not to come back to the community, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I pissed you off to the point where you feel like you can't come back. But just, that's not what this was about. This is about having a difference of opinion and agreeing to disagree because the game is still good no matter what. It's just I'm picking at parts of it that I think are less good than the rest of it. That's all.
To be fair to me, you did get a little bit heated there.
I did get heated, yeah.
If anything, you should be apologizing for that, and it's not just a...
Yes, and I do. I apologize for getting heated about it. It wasn't my intention to piss anyone off. I'm just trying to acknowledge the fact that I don't really like the way that the story's been going. But now that things are picking up a little bit with, you know, us fighting with the Aura here without really having to worry too much about it. Oh, okay. I guess I should stop fighting.
Is everybody cool now in chat? I notice it's going a little quiet. I notice it does that sometimes, but I'm just asking. Do I need to talk to anybody else about this? See, here's the thing about me and my brother. When he's my voice of reason, when I'm mad and I'm his, it just takes a little bit more for me to actually get up and do my fucking job. Alright, I'm actually getting on Rory now.
Okay, you gotta do the Nodum on Rory still, right?
Yeah, I'm not concerned about it. Oh. Remember, as long as we're at the same point for the same dungeons, we're fine.
Right. Is he back up again? Okay, no. Good. Oh, good. She LB3'd them all. Nice.
I hate you. I hate you.
I watched your aggro list just fucking disappear.
You had me, Grinawat? When you haven't had anything since you got here.
I'm at home. Yeah, he's home too.
Oh my lord. I just want to make something clear
Impossible.
before we move forward here, so that I can clear the air a little bit before Grinawat has a temper tantrum. I want to make something completely clear here. If y'all take what I am saying about this game as anything greater than some doofus's opinion on the internet, then you're getting way too into it. Okay, and I apologize if it offends you, upsets you, whatever. This can be your favorite game of all time for all I care. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I will have 100% positive things to say about it. And
Right.
I want to make
I
sure
agree with that.
that all of us here are not biting each other's heads off over the smallest things like that. Like, this is a fucking video game, okay? If I have a little bit of umbrage about a few small things here, and you take offense to that, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about that. If I have umbrage with it, I'm not going to keep quiet about it.
Listen,
So,
my thing here is I'm not trying to invalidate Jimmy's opinion either. I'm simply trying to keep the peace, keep people from getting heated about this whole situation, and keep people having fun. I figured that's what a moderator should do,
Yeah.
so that's what I do.
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm not trying to invalidate Jimmy's opinion or anybody else's in chat. I simply just want to keep the peace. That's it. Because I am also here to have fun. Granted, I've had fun already because I've beaten the expansion already, but that's aside from the point.
What's PoE there, Amarillo? I wasn't aware of what that was. Doing a new build has been fun so far.
Path of Exile.
Oh, Path of Exile. Okay, yeah, doing a new build. What's the new build got going on in it then? That's what I would like to know. Yeah, you had me laughing. Yeah, exactly, Meteor.
I need more men, more weapons, more power.
No. Okay, let me make something clear, Grinawat. My point here is to tell all of these people to start trying again. You are the only person in this entire continent besides Yotsuyu that needs to stop trying. Actually, no, that's not true. You're the only one that needs to stop trying. Yotsuyu's never tried in the first place. You need to stop trying.
For those of you who have played the patch content and know about what happens there, I am sorry.
And we're only gonna get stronger. Stronger
I'm
and
just
stronger
crying internally.
until we're strong enough to take back everything they stole.
That's what I'm saying, Lise. That's what I'm saying. That right there. That is what I want everyone to be saying when we're done with all this shit. Thank you. Thank you for being the voice of my opinion in the game.
I kept my promise, Serena. They are yours to command.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
No pressure. They're only the people that intimidated you into being the lowest of the low tribes.
Brothers and sisters of the steppe, the Nardum is ended, and we Mol now claim the Dawn Throne.
I think this year, if I go back to work at the Cave of the Winds, I think I'm only going to be working part-time.
Heed our comrades' words.
I just had a thought about that.
And honor the law of the steppe.
I mean, yeah, I like money. I like having money, but at the same time, I also don't like having depression.
That is a strong argument.
Ugh. It's also fueled by the simple fact that, like, yeah, I won't be getting a decent-sized check pretty much ever, and I won't be getting a check period for, like, the first 5 weeks, but at the same time, I'll have more time to myself. And I have seen people work part-time before. I just have to work, like, weekends and holidays and shit. But to be fair, I just volunteer for the holidays.
Right, yeah. Well, that's good of you, though, to volunteer for the holidays, because that lets people with families and stuff go home and, you know, be with their families. I know you have a family as well. I'm talking about, like, you know, kids or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Using a new gem called Archmage, it takes 6% of your unreserved mana and adds it to the mana cost of your spells, and your spells gain 70% of their mana cost as lightning damage. That sounds like a pretty good trade-off to me. Like a 6% additional MP cost versus 70% extra lightning damage sounds like a pretty good way to go.
My Spotify playlist has been on point this entire stream.
You know what? I just realized it. I just figured out why this is pissing me off so much. It's because I've played Mass Effect 3, and the way that they do this shit, because the Al-Ra here are the Krogan from Mass Effect 3. That's what I'm pissed off about, is because in Mass Effect 3 they do such a better job with the Krogan than they are doing with the Al-Ra in here. And I feel so much. That's why this is pissing me off so much, is because I feel like I've seen this before, and I have seen it before. These guys are the Krogan, and the Krogan in Mass Effect 3, that whole plot line is done better than this. At least in my opinion. In my opinion.
I mean, to be fair, the Krogans and the fuck my life. I just forgot the name of Talia's race. I need to play Mass Effect again.
Quarians.
It's like required by Quarians.
The Quarians.
The section with the Quarians and the Krogans was like the best section of that entire game, bar none.
Admittedly, though, I will say this. The Krogan had 2 games to be built up to be the best people out there, some of the best races in the galaxy in Mass Effect. And here I am coming to the Al-Ra, and I have maybe 8 hours of content to get used to their ways. So
I mean, you would have had 100 if I decided to actually play as a female Al-Ra, like I planned to, actually, before I decided potato.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Yugman, is it's just... The Krogan are hard-headed assholes who are brutes and think only on their own strength and will murder and kill everything and everyone if they get remotely pissed off about them. But they don't do that at the expense of the greater galaxy. They do that because they have a way of living, but they bend their way of living in order to adapt to the remainder of their environment. And they don't just adapt in the past, in the logbook or the codex entries or whatever. They adapt over the course of 3 games to become better than they were. When I keep hitting brick walls with all these people in Doma and Yanxia and the Ruby Sea in here, it's like you're not willing to adapt to all of the way that the world is currently working. Because your way of living... I don't want the Empire to kill off your way of living, okay? Like, I say I don't like the way that they're living and all of that sort of stuff, not because of the fact that their way of living is inherently wrong, but because of the fact that if they continue to live without adapting to the current situation, the Empire will destroy them. So,
okay, and Jimmy,
that's...
follow me here.
Yeah.
And this is going to be me attempting to hit you with an actual critical point. Weren't you okay with digital genocide like an hour ago?
Very well.
Yeah, because the people on top of the Dawn Throne are assholes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't like them either. I don't think we should kill them. I just think they should be brought to their knees.
Now here's the thing, though. The game now has an opportunity, now that the Nadam is over, the game's been hitting me over the head with a sledgehammer saying these people are dicks for 12 quests now. The game now has a chance to hit me over the head with the but there are dicks sledgehammer that they have sitting in the corner, as in people that I'm willing to fight alongside and for. They now have that opportunity, and I really hope they don't waste it.
And better the mole's law than that of the sun.
I'm going to leave my expectations open now, so...
Already you and yours show better sense.
But I should probably also state one thing. Jimmy stated his feeling on this section of the game. I feel as though I should state mine. The Asm Step is one of my favorite parts of Stormblood for one reason. Yes, before we've had to deal with the whole brick walling situation a lot over the course of this expansion. But the Asm Step does something that the rest of the sections do not. Every other section you're running around basically saying, hey, let's do something, and the game says, no, you can't do anything. And Yanxia, this took till the end. When we get here, we have a reason.
Right. Now here's the thing.
We know what we do.
Right. I was going to say, here's the thing. In the other places before this, we've said we want to do something, and the game says, no, you can't do that thing. Here, up through the quests that we did while we were enthralled by the Dawn Throne, while we were attached at the hip to the Dawn Throne, we said we want to do something, and the game said, it doesn't matter what you do. We're the only things that matter. That's what was pissing me off. because it's two sides of the same coin, right? Now they have an opportunity to flip a new coin, a coin that lets them be actually, again, people that I'm willing to fight alongside.
And Jimmy, I should probably mention, you cut me off there in the middle of my thing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
My point is, I like this section of the game because it gives you one goal. Win the Nodum, get the loyalty of everybody else, deal with the fallout, worst case scenario. At the same time, it shows you these people are crazy with their beliefs. They're borderline intolerable, but if they actually stick to their beliefs and the way they've been living for 100 years, they will listen to us. If they defy that, they're defying their very way of living and hypocrites. And we call them out on that and then beat the shit out of them.
And I'd like to...
The game says you have one goal. Win the Nodum, that's it. You have the support of an army that's been holding off the Empire for possibly more than 2 decades without issue.
And I'd like to...
This isn't like any of the Yankshire shit. We don't have to mobilize people with no combat training, no weapons, and no hope. These people have all of that ready to go. We have one goal. It's straightforward. Just fucking go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I get that. I understand that.
And that's what makes this section so much more refreshing for me. That, and they have the balls to create 2 very hateable villains. Minor antagonists is a better word.
But there are allies. That's the thing. And again, this is where things, I think I'm sensing, just from the way that they've been talking, from what little I've been able to glean of the dialogue while we've been chatting for the past hour, that these people are, again, they're going to be assholes, but they're going to be our assholes. It's the we have an army, we have a Hulk thing, right? Like, the Hulk is a rampaging, destructive force that doesn't necessarily follow the laws and the rules of everything else, but he's our Hulk. You know, it's going to be that sort of a thing. And I'm praying that it's going to be that sort of a thing, because if they continue to be assholes and just do, like, if they continue to act the way that they were acting to us, then... Ideally, it will still be okay because they'll still be fighting on our side, but it'll be less impactful than you can stand on tradition and live as and die as all Krogan have, or you can fight for your freedom, fight for the future of your children tomorrow. I choose to fight. I don't think that's exactly what Eve said in Mass Effect 3, but I'm hoping it's going to be more Mass Effect 3.
I'm going to tell you one thing. If that's what you're looking for, wait. I'm telling you that if this scene ends and you don't get what you want, but still, wait. There may be something later on that may give you what you want. But of course it's you, so I'm not counting on anything.
I'm just sick of being stalled in this shit. Let's go to fucking war.
We shall depart as soon as our forces are assembled
Yeah,
and
Jimmy,
rejoin our
about that.
coins. And then, my friends,
You kind of already
shall
started
give
the
freedom
war.
to the people of Doma.
And also, you have the notes for this, so you know exactly what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen. I have the names of the quests, but that I'm stopping on, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, what I mean by you might get your answer sooner rather than later, and that. Oh, shit.
What?
I did the same damn thing as you, where I got fucking...
Oh, where you weren't moving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it, why did I decide to do this on fucking Scholar? Oh, wait, it's because Scholar is my most under-leveled class. It's weird, because it's my most over-leveled class on my ult.
Hein, don't worry about the debts, okay? Like, I'm just glad that we're doing something, okay? Because before this, we weren't doing anything. Now we're getting ready to do something. You have my attention. Now let's try to keep it, shall we?
Well, Jimmy, if you want a hint, things are about to start happening. They may take another second before they happen, but they're starting to happen. You also have the notes for the things, so you know how soon we're going to be going into the next dungeon.
Well, I know there's like, I think 11 quests between here and there, so I'm hoping we get to Doma Castle by the end of the day today, but anyway.
If we get to Doma Castle by the end of this stream, I'm going to be screaming. I love that dungeon so much. I healed through it the first time I went through.
I'm not sure
was
what I'm going to do
amazing,
in Doma
dude.
Castle, to be honest. We'll have to see.
I'm honestly probably going to play Black Mage,
Yeah.
because I need practice.
Well, that makes sense. Well, we're on the other end of a new day there, Elder. You guys are the winners there now. Are you going to go to the Dawn Throne now, or are you going to stay here? Is this the Dawn Throne now? I don't know how that works. Like, does the land just become the Dawn Throne, or how does that work?
I'm currently rolling through the Nada Monrory.
Hmm.
Should probably mention.
Well, good. Glad to hear that none of your guys lost their lives. I cut down dozens of Aura out there, so like, it doesn't feel good for me because we slaughtered dozens of good soldiers. So
Something I was okay with genocide 5 minutes ago.
again,
I'm not
I was
letting
yes,
it
I was
down.
okay. I was okay with the genocide of the people on the Dawn Throne because they were assholes. I had no proof that they were going to behave in any other way than a bunch of assholes.
I mean, to be fair, at least the Moon people were understandable, and they gave Ghost Setsuo an actually awesome scene.
Okay, let's go check in with the others. Your spells cost 80 mana, by the way. Normally spells get to like 50 tops. How much mana do you have in Path of Exile there, Amarella? Because I haven't played Path of Exile,
like
so...
100 when I played it.
Yeah, 100. So that's like most of your mana then. You probably... I don't know how mana regen works in Path of Exile either, like if it regens over time or what, but...
Did I tell you after I started socketing my gear on fucking like Dragoon on my alt, I was just like screaming by how much damage I was doing. I was hitting like 10k when my rotation sucked.
Man. Well, that's good.
I was just like, delete this.
You have 1143 right now. Okay, so it's not like an excessive amount of your mana pool, but it's still a pretty hefty amount considering most things don't get up to like more than 50. Been playing Hollow Knight this entire time, so couldn't chat, but that's pretty crazy, Emerald. Yeah, I've been meaning to get to Hollow Knight one of these days, so we'll see. Oh god, Cole's getting erased by the by the
There's so many.
Did you just get to the Empire part, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just dealing with fucking Moon Lady and Sun Lad that for some reason are not beating the shit.
My V pose, sure. This was my V pose. I didn't use it when we won, but you know. Oh,
Really,
it's repeating
dude?
again.
They're still attacking me while she's casting a spell that looks like Ultima. Thanks, assholes. Thanks, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Why did I go in here on a healer? This was the worst idea of my life.
Wait, are they under the impression that I'm the con now? I really hope not, because I can't stay here to babysit these people.
Well, to be fair, the con can make other people con if the con wants to, because whatever the con says goes.
Okay, good. Serena, you're the leader. I'm leaving.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Almost done with Hollow Knight. Just a few more things to do before you're okay with beating the game. Nice. Nice. Good, Conquer. Sounds good. Keep working at it a little at a time. This is not the main tent.
Oh, me. Oh, lovely. He's got Vuln down. Fuck my life.
You have
Yes,
been
thank you,
conned into becoming their... Oh, God. Here we go with the puns. That was a good one, though. Okay, so what... Oh, okay, thank you for the gift. I think it's the gift that they give you at the end of the thing. A Morin Kur. Okay. I don't... Is it like a... It looks like a sitar, almost, I think. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, it's like a little guitar, violin type of a thing. Alright, well anyway, Hein, what are we up to now? Oh, I even get another question mark here, too. 14, you're somewhere between 16 and 19 for Lancer. Still haven't taken the airship, though. Well, that's good, though, Conquer. At least you know that you're ahead of the game in terms of levels. So you don't got to worry about being level gated by the next dungeons and stuff. So it becomes harder to stay ahead on levels when you start raising more classes. I'll just let you know that.
Stick to one class until you know it like the back of your hand.
In the early game, I don't know about that. I think it's important in the early game to get to know each of the 3 different roles. So, because it's important for you to understand why tanks and why healers do the things that they do. That's why I'm saying it's worthwhile to pick them up. It's just gonna be difficult because you have to balance that with getting level gated in the next dungeon. So, but I'm sure you'll figure it out there, Conquer. It's If it makes any difference, I picked up basically I picked up 2 roles over the course of the original Realm Reborn, and I was about 4 levels ahead of the level cap by the end of it. So, reasonably speaking, I don't want to bog down when you're playing with, well, you should do multiple things, but if you pick up 2 out of the 3, it would probably be okay. But where you're at now is good, though, all things considered, considering where you are in the story. So, started Conjurer without completely meaning to, meant to talk to someone else and just kind of rolled with it. Oh, okay. Well, healers get have a bit of a priority in terms of the queues right now for dungeons because healers are in short stock, so. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that Doma owes you guys a lot, so. Oh yeah, there is a path directly out of here, south of the Dusk Throne. I was talking about it last time, so. Oh, the Empire's already been around here that you guys have seen. Okay, well then that's good.
Well, I mean, it's not even surprising, really.
Oh great, we gotta go talk to Magni again. Well, he has to honor the rules, though, Lise. That's the thing. He was just... They're very rule-oriented around here, so he's going to honor the fact that we were the winners, so... Boy, this sounds familiar. And actually, now that I think about it, considering the fact that some of the... I don't know if all the tribes of the Elrod believe in reincarnation, but some of them do. They would be the most inclined to actually take up arms and fight with me, because they understand that they're all dead anyway. But in any case, we can leave that thought behind, because they're on our side now, so I don't need to argue my piece anymore. Conjure is very new player friendly, in your opinion, so it might be a good second class to roll with. Meant to start after you go through a dungeon to have an in-character reason to pick up the class with mistakes were made. That's okay, Conquer, that's okay. Just, it's like you said, you can roll with it. It'll work. Speaking earlier of digital genocide, Doom Eternal tonight, woo. That's right, Doom Eternal releases, what is it, tomorrow is the release date? So.
I can't wait for my entire server to be talking about nothing but that for like a month. Meanwhile, my dumbass is sitting over here with no money, so I can't order it.
You have a lot of games that you want to order right around now, though.
I'm over here still waiting for the fucking Scramble pre-order to pop up. Oh boy, I love playing Persona 5 Battle Royale on my fucking Switch.
In the same boat as Cole. Tonight thought it was a later date. Yeah, I didn't honestly know when it was releasing. I haven't been keeping up with it because I haven't beaten Doom 2016 yet, so...
That's just because you refuse to play any new games unless they're on the stream.
Well, yeah. I'd rather have those, my opinions about those things out there in the open for people to see.
Jesus Christ, Colonel Walt, how many fucking soldiers did you bring?
He brought a lot, but they'll be gone soon. Okay, so we have one ether current left around here, and I just want to know where it is. 1,507 yalms to the southwest. Okay then, that's a lot of ground to cover.
You ever just Art of War and then just delete an entire army?
I wish my scholar did that much damage. So too much coming out. Need to save for stuff you really, really want to play. Yeah, we almost have to be at the point where we sort of like prioritize certain things over others, just because there's a lot of good stuff that's coming out. So.
Well, to be fair, it's not like we're gonna be needing toilet paper money anymore.
Fair enough. How am I gonna make my toilet paper tower without all this toilet paper? I can't make my
laughed at that
toilet
one
paper
dude.
fortress.
Y'all laughed at that one dude from Kids Next Door who stole toilet paper.
The
Now you're
Toilinator?
begging
Oh
him
my
to say-
god. Blast from the fucking past.
I didn't even realize you watched that show.
Kids Next Door? Yeah, that was my jam, man. I was like 10 when that first came on.
Fuck you, right? That was my jam too.
Wait, when did it first come on? Well, I saw the pilot
I don't
episode.
fucking remember.
I saw the pilot episode when it was still on that cartoons thing that they did like before Toonami started. So
Bruh.
I think the pilot was in like 2000, so I was 9. And then I think the show didn't come on until 2003, so I was 12. So yeah, you must rip and tear until it is done.
In the first age.
Yeah,
in
like
the first.
yeah, like that. See, Cole can do a better demon voice than I can. Conjure was a little tricky at first since she kept moving while casting. Yeah, that's something that takes a little getting used to, Conqueror, is not being able to move while casting. It's
I mean, to be fair, Jimmy, I can do the better voice than you because I remember Doom's intro like the back of my hand because it left such an impression on me.
well, you changed your thing from Doom though, so
I changed my thing from Doom because I was just going to try and con you into playing it normally so I can watch your reaction to the opening. That's literally all I want from you. Just play the first 5 minutes.
I will be. Don't worry, I'll play it one of these days. Remember Kids Next
Don't
Door.
worry, guys. I'll get him to play the game one of these days. Once he gets past the intro, it'll brainwash him and he'll have no choice but to play through the rest.
Well, I'd play through the rest anyway. I don't usually stop playing games. I don't think I have yet. I haven't started Chain of Memories yet though, so
Exactly.
used to moving with Lancer while attacking. At least not for the stream. I've beaten Chain of Memories before on my own, just not for the stream. Yeah,
to be
it's
fair.
when you start as a class that can do like skills instantly, it takes a little getting used to just stand still for 2.5 seconds to get the cast to go off. Also, I see that Magni is... See, this is one of the things that I'm kind of like... facepalm about, because like before, while he was winning at everything, he's like, the sun takes you in and holds you hostage and the sun tells me to do whatever. Now that he's lost, he's like, the sun's not inclined to talk to you very much. It's like you're blasphemizing your god. You're taking your idea of the sun into your own hands. You basing what the gods say on your current mood. Like, that's blasphemy. That's not how you treat a god.
Just be a cunt.
I know he's just that, but... yeah,
Me
I
too,
don't
Dubs.
know.
I'm catching up to you. I'm finishing out Glory to the Kung.
Okay. Where did your friend in yellow go? He wasn't one of the guys I killed, was he? Oh, he was wounded. Okay.
What an absolute madman.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because we're going to need every single one of you guys to help us, so...
Hey, look, another ether current.
Heh, that's funny. I'll beat you in every single Nodum from now on if I have to.
Just imagine the Nodum's coming. He's walking up to the battlefield like, yeah, we got it this year. And you just show up on the fucking yo like,
And he's just like, oh, fuck me, not this guy again.
So that's what Jimmy does in his retirement years after all this is over.
Okay,
Just
so...
once a year, when the fucking Nodum comes around, he just flies down here specifically to spit in the sun guy's face.
Okay, so the Mole are going to stay where they are because the gods tell them to stay there. Okay.
I wish it was an option, just kick them off the Dawn Throne and then leave it empty. Imagine just the Dawn Throne being empty, the Mole live on land, everybody else lived on land, and I'm just laughing.
That's what I'm hoping, Serena. Magni doesn't seem all that happy about it, but, you know.
He can be not happy. He's not in charge anymore. He can be as sad as he
yeah,
wants.
that's what I'm saying, is that it doesn't matter what he thinks now.
See, this is your satisfaction. It doesn't matter what he thinks anymore. He works for us. What we say is law.
Oh god, what is he on about now?
Oh my fucking god, this part.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Remember that line about finding his love of his life that dances ethereally in the wind?
Oh, that's why he's an asshole. Okay, now it all makes perfect sense. You know what? I can forgive Magni for his assholitude. If I wasn't able to masturbate for my entire life until I found my Nama either, I'd be as pissed off as he is all the time. That's why he's so condescending and assholish to everyone. He's just really horny on the main. Makes perfect sense. This checks out. We can move on.
That almost felt scripted.
I had no idea. I had no idea. Magni, you know what, man? You're all right. You're all right with me. I'm gonna take back everything I said. Again, if I was unable to satisfy my own male urges, which I will freely admit that I'm beholden to, if I wasn't able to do that until I found my Nama or my significant other, then yeah, I get it. I get it now.
By the way,
I understand.
I would just like to make a point. On top of everything being forgiven, every single bad thing he's ever done to us is also forgiven because the one person that fits his description for the love of his life just curved the shit out of him.
Well, she did say, I'm pretty sure you're mistaken.
I know. She curved the shit out of him.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like for... I don't know why I'm diving in here with Confucius out. Like, I'm gonna fucking dive in.
When I first saw that scene, I fucking died.
919 West. Is it up on top of that place, or... Well, we'll find out in a minute. I'm gonna dive because we can't fly here yet.
I look at the Asim step and how many ether currents I still need to get, and I just cry, man.
You should have been getting them when I was getting them, so you could get to go. Just become an IRL monk. Purge these lewd thoughts from your mind. Yeah.
Conker, the day my brother finally pulls his head out of the fucking gutter is the same day that $1 million will fall on my head.
What if I, at some point, am able to make that happen, though, Cole?
If you make that happen,
like what if I suddenly become the new ninja of Twitch, because ninjas, I don't actually know what happened with Ninja. I don't keep up with all the popular streamers, but I'm pretty sure Ninja moved his entire operation over to Mixer now, because he had enough money to do so and not be worried. Whose houses were these? These got destroyed. You can run into every ether current, so don't think it's up near that aetherite. Yeah, because that aetherite, I think, is up on a hill that we can't directly access, so...
I wonder what's up there. I haven't actually been up there on my own.
I know what's up there, but just because I know what's happening later on in my own stream stuff, so...
Is there a beast tribe up there?
Yes. 256 West.
How the fuck did I know?
Alright, can I discover this section, please? I'm running right on top of it.
I don't have enough material to
I gotta find a way up here. Maybe. Maybe I can go like this. Okay, I've discovered it, so now I can Skyrim horse my way up? Apparently that, I mean, it's working, so I'm... at least somewhat. Now I'm stuck, but... Alright, where is it from here? He moved it all to Mixer because Microsoft paid him millions to do it, hoping his fans would follow. Oh, Microsoft. Wah, wah.
Well, to be fair, that $1 million is going to be doing nothing but making him comfortable for the rest of his life unless he spends it like a dumbass. But to be fair, he's a Twitch streamer. That wouldn't be surprising. That's
what you were going to say, just Skyrim horse your way up there. Yeah, that's. I wish I could. I don't think Confucius is as capable of doing the whole Skyrim horse thing. I'm going up, but it's down. Oh god, I'm going to have to find a way into the cave system here or something, aren't I? Okay.
Hey, look, I found an ether current. Let's see if I can find all of them before you.
Well, eventually you're going to end up in the exact same place I'm at, so...
Yeah, I'd probably find it before you.
Ah, it's in here. Okay. I see. I didn't know there was a cave entrance here. I suppose I should have expected it, but...
410 Northeast.
What's with the Aura living in here like it's a little Alamigo? Aha, here we go. I found it, and I jumped past it.
You absolute fool.
Okay, there we go. I don't know why I'm trying to jump up here. I'm pretty sure I can attune to this from, like, on the ground, but...
I only need 2.
Okay. And that is all 10.
Bastard.
Talk to them, they're another tribe. Okay, yeah, I'll go check in with them just to see. What you guys got going on in here? Yeah, what do you do here? Okay, so this is the Uyagir tribe. Okay.
Probably hiding in a cave because they're not very good fighters.
They're miners, probably, because they're mineral traders, so...
873 yalms southwest.
Oh, okay. So you guys used to be like, is it basically the literal deadly sin of greed, and now it's and now you've been punished for it by the gods. Okay.
Imagine just being the deadly sin of greed. Oh my god, lol.
Well, they were. What he's saying is that they used to try to subjugate as many tribes as they could, and then there was a drought. Beetles came and ate all their crops. The rivers dried up. Everything. So they were. Yeah, and then their ancestors said that they would have to make up for it.
So what you're telling me is they're the eventual fate of the Sun People.
I mean, if Magnai keeps going the way he's going, if he tries to subjugate everyone... Well, but that's the thing, though, is that it doesn't seem to me like Magnai's trying to subjugate everyone. He's just out to prove his own superiority because he's compensating for something. So, he has a superiority complex. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think we can actually get to that section of the
I never thought I'd meet
now.
a man with an ego the size of Sento Kaiba's. Because you can't get any bigger than that. Once you start getting back into there, your ego turns into a fourth-dimensional eldritch ghost.
Oh boy. Yeah, giant motherfucking beetles came and fucked everything up. Yes, exactly.
I love how they spelled it motherfucking.
Motherfucking.
Q's on the end of thick.
Motherfucking beetles. Well, while we're back here where the Dotharl were, let's play a little triple triad.
Like I said, just spelling motherfucker like that, it's like putting Q's on the end of thick.
Okay, so he has reverse. I gotta remember that. If he has reverse, my starter deck might actually be halfway decent. And he also has chaos, which is just gross, but you know.
Chaos?
He has reverse, same, and chaos, which is an ugly combination of things. Okay, so lower numbers flip higher numbers here, so I want to go like this to flip his... Why does he have a Garuda?
Now
oh, whatever. Yeah, that. Well, whatever, I can still flip your stuff. I guess it doesn't have to make much sense necessarily because he has a Garuda and a Cid. Maybe his tribe is also a bunch of traders, not traitors.
On a side note, I just had like the funniest thought. I just remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching one of Tate's streams at one point or another, and he said because of how many tries he had to go with his group into Ukab, he literally cannot listen to any of the Primal's themes anymore.
Oh, well that sucks.
He says on occasion, sometimes in my dreams, I'll just hear. I don't know if he was joking around or not. I kind of hope he wasn't. That would make it funnier. I hear the now fall, and I wake up in a cold sweat.
Oh my god. On mobile, so you'll be behind the stream a bit, possibly through to the end. Okay, no problem, Conker. Hopefully, nothing craps out on you with the mobile.
And you just being like, oh yeah, I'm having a nice stream here, and then you hear now fall, and you wake up screaming. Man, people who clear Ultimate are just like madmen and women.
Yeah, now falls out of bed.
That's a fine.
Well, I hope so, because there's too few of you to, you know... There's too few of you around here to not be able to greet them again. Oh, okay, so the person that she looked at is pregnant. Okay, cool. Well, we will do so, probably sooner rather than later. You guys do live for the fight. Oh, they sealed the passage. Okay, so we couldn't go to Yangsha even if we wanted to. Got it. Well, Gosetsu usually doesn't hold back on the battlefield like that, so yeah. Alright, where's our next destination? Mobile Twitch is always a number of seconds behind the actual stream, but hopefully it won't lag on you. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Well, hopefully, yeah, hopefully it won't lag on you then. Because that would just be a pain. Used to roll out of bed and wake up on the floor, then you started sleeping in a Japanese-style roll-up mattress, and now you can't fall on the floor. You're already on the floor! Modern problems, modern problems require modern solutions. So, that will work. We gotta go around the Dusk Throne. And probably not aggravate the Yetis that are there. Okay, I'm just going around, by the way, to discover this little section of the map that's to the east of it.
Why don't you just clear out the whole map while you're at it?
Well, I can't clear out the part up top until we can fly, so... It's also the reason why I wasn't planning on doing the Beast Tribe quest I'm going to be doing in the next section. The next time we take a break from the story, that is. Because in order to completely do that one, we have to... Yeah, in order to take that one completely, we need to be able to fly around here, so... Can I not discover this right now? I'm on top of it.
Just a thought, Jimmy. Maybe you need flight.
Probably. Hang on, whoops. Let's go this way then, where I don't have to fly to discover it, or maybe I will have to, because it's a bunch of... All these rocks, man, are making this difficult.
Rocks!
Yeah, that. See, like, normally I'd be discovering this because I'm on the cusp of it. Okay, there we go. Now I got it.
Every time I make a reference to Super Mario, bro, to a fucking 1,000-year door, I get sad, because I want to play the game again so badly.
I mean, you could. I'm going to be playing it soon anyway because of your suggestion, but, you know.
What do you think I suggested? I want to watch you play it because I can't.
Why can't you?
Because I don't feel like digging out and dusting off the Wii.
Well, I guess that's fair. Okay, once we get over here to these people, though, I think I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and then we'll continue
this is
with the
fine.
Yang show. So, I do wonder though, because once we go through here, we're going to be in the section of Yangsha that we couldn't access before. I would assume behind the wall that the invisible plot wall that the Imperials put up. So I would assume that would mean we'd have a hard time. I guess the House of the Fierce is on that side of the wall, but we'd probably have a hard time getting to it. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I shouldn't even be going for this little section of map, but I'm going for it anyway. If I have to Skyrim horse my way up to get it, there we go. Okay. So now the only section of the map that we don't have completely filled out is whatever's on the sides there, and then the section over by Doro Ilo, which is up on a cliff face that we cannot directly access at the moment. At least not as far as I know. So... Alright, enough messing around. Did they take the wall down there, Serena? Okay, cool. Well, make sure you're ready, because it probably won't be very long. Yeah. Oh, another gift. I would assume that the sitar that they gave us is like a house decoration or something.
It is. Fuck.
Well, I could always put it up in my house, so... Well, thank you. That's all we're hoping for, Serena.
Just don't forget about your bathroom break, Jay.
Yeah, I'm going in a minute. Just waiting for the quest to be over. Well, off they go. Again, Serena and the Mall were just fine people, so we'll see them again soon, I'm sure, along with the other people that, again, we've established why they were not so fine now, so I'm more okay with it. Like, and I'm not even kidding when I say I'm more okay with it. I'm genuinely more okay with the people being assholes up there because now I understand why. So, that's a good question, Gasetsu. We should probably go find out what she has to say once we get that far. This might have a cutscene to it. Oh no, he's going to take us back to the House of the Fierce. Okay.
Yeah, you might just want to use your bathroom break now before you leave Yangsha.
There's a quest over there, and there's an AZU sticking out from behind the rock. I feel like I've seen something like that before. Yeah, it's probably not important. We've got more important things to do. We need to liberate an entire nation real quick. We can worry about AZU and whatever comes before that later. Alright, where are we in Yangsha? Especially since I can fly here now. That's going to be liberating as hell. Heh, also liberating because we're liberating the whole country, so...
Stop.
Yes, that does seem very fishy, doesn't it, there, Meteor? I agree with this statement. Okay, I'm going to go up on this wall and sit down for a second. Yes, very fishy. And sit down for a second and take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Cole, you have the floor, so say whatever you'd like to say while I'm gone. You can even talk about me behind my back. It's okay, I won't mind.
Well, since you insist.
I'll be right back.
Ah, yes, I forgot about that little background thing he has. My brother has this inhuman ability to just not go to the bathroom when he's on stream, unlike me. Occasionally, when he's just not talking to me, I'll just mute my mic when he doesn't realize it, and then I'll just pop off for a bathroom break. Unfortunately, I'm not funny. I just have the supple tones of my baritone voice. Actually, never mind, I am funny. Only for 3 hours a day, though. See, what my brother doesn't realize is actually right now I'm off getting all the Ether Current quests done for the entirety of this quest, so I can just flex on him while he's off looking for them later on. One to go. Yes, Meteor, it is indeed interlude time. Those of you in chat who are enjoying this, go get popcorn now. Man, Jimmy, that is a long bathroom break you're taking. Ah, yes, another news. Should probably mention, those of you who saw or heard my message a couple streams ago about how I'm going to be starting to stream, once we're all done with the Stormblood expansion, that seems to be going relatively well. We haven't tested if my computer can handle the streaming software yet, but I'm on my way to getting everything set up for it. Those of you who are interested in joining me for content, I am currently on the Ultra server for my alt. Yes. I'll explain my reasoning for why I decided to start streaming now once I actually start streaming. Because although my brother is off taking a bathroom break currently, my reasoning is having to do with him. But don't tell him I said that. Keep a secret between us, huh? I wouldn't expect anything less, Yuckman. That's amazing. Are they a Lalafell or are they a Hayer? Either way, it's fantastic. Mhm. Oh, that's beautiful, Yakma. See, the one thing my brother does that I don't actually like when he streams is I'm sitting over here on mobile Twitch just looking at my phone. Occasionally I'll just glance over when I'm looking around and I'll see your responses in chat almost immediately, but he just like keeps talking. And then he gets like 7 responses behind and I'm just like, Jimmy, you have comments in chat, look at them. These are your viewers. And it's official, I can now fly in the Asm Step. I can now flex on my brother as much as I like.
What about flexing on me? I'm back.
Hey Jimmy, come back to the Asm Step.
You can flap flap? Did you do the quests that let you flap flap?
Yes, actually. While you were off doing other things, I was off getting all the ether currents.
While you were off being pissed off at the game in general, I studied the air.
Congratulations, Jimmy. I'm now going to spend the entirety of our free time when you're running around the Asm Step doing all those quests, flying 5 feet above your head and laughing at you.
I mean, probably are, yeah. Yes, interlude time, or Cole could do stand-up comedy. Shouldn't say that joke in chat, or you're going to start streaming. Yes, Cole has plans to start streaming in the future, yes. So, you have an alt on Ultros named John Cena. A bunch of friends made male rows named after wrestlers. Nice. I'm coming back now. I'll just be in the audience since you play past the trial for now. Okay, gotcha. Okay, where are you? Ah, there you are. Flapping around on your horse.
I'm flexing it right now. You can't see it, but I'm flexing.
That's because your muscles are too small for me to see it from this distance.
I don't know, man. I held up a pretty heavy-ass axe.
That's true. Alright, let's head to the House of the Fierce.
Back to content in the story.
Yeah.
Back to our regularly scheduled program. As I stretch my legs out. Ow. Oh!
You okay over there?
No! At least I admit I'm not okay. Listen, it's not my fault that, like, for the first half of the stream, I had my legs crossed on my bed, and then I just decided to stretch my legs out, and all you hear is crack, 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 crack.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Oh good, I can still fly around here. I did my due diligence, and now I'm being rewarded for it.
I forgot. Did we get all the ether currents here?
Yep. So I'm gonna fly the whole way around. Hope I don't get like shot down by an Imperial
nice it is to
Warcraft
go through all these areas on your alt in the slow fucking version, and then you're just like, I'm just gonna get back on my main and just flap flap.
Yeah. Hope I don't get like shot down by an Imperial anti-air cannon or something.
All you hear is, and here comes a giant fist!
Patrick, no! Well, I found Doma. It looks a little Sekiro. And by that I mean
It's just like the HP bar suddenly pops up, the fucking opera starts playing.
Yeah. And by that I mean it's overrun by monsters. That's what I mean by Sekiro.
Sekiro's overrun by a bunch of people, and then those people turn into monsters. It's Bloodborne logic. They start as people, and then they become monsters.
Well, to be fair, I haven't played Sekiro yet, so...
I'm surprised you haven't played it, honestly.
See, I think Sekiro is going to be kind of like how it was for me for Bloodborne, where I don't play it for like 3 years, and then I suddenly get an inkling to play it. So...
Like, Sekiro, like, I'm surprised you didn't play that, because, like, first of all, it's a FromSoft game, and you like punishing yourself.
This is true.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a masochist, I just like shitposting my brother about it.
That's why I don't deny it. You've seen a row named Mrs. Doubtfire? Oh my god. That's hilarious. Some people are way too good at naming their shit in these games, man. Alright, this should be it.
Y'all remember that
Mapping the
male
realm
Rogan we saw in Idleshire that was dressed like Mario and said continuity error?
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. There's like I said, there's so many people with good names in these games. It's crazy. Okay, let's go actually, now that I've mapped the entirety of Yangsha, let's go actually meet up with our friends.
And while you do that, and while you continue with the story, I'm going to map the entirety of Yangsha.
Oh look, I found the aetherite for the House of Sears. It's right here. What? What?
A Lalafell named watching cutscene.
That would
I'm
be
done,
pretty
I'm
good.
done.
That would be
just
pretty
made my
good.
day.
Where are our friends? Oh, down here. Okay. Right, I forgot there's like an actual main entrance to the House of the Fierce right here, so... I guess it goes without saying. I didn't really explore much of the House of the Fierce when we were here the last time, though, so that's probably why I wasn't really sure. Yeah, I hope you have your heroic speech ready, Hein. If you need my notes, I'll just show you my couple of streams back where I gave them a speech that basically told them to stop untrying. I mean, to be fair, I basically made the speech again today, so...
Brothers and
But slightly
sisters,
angrier.
Yeah.
pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's an Aetheryte in the House of the Fierce now. I can attune to this.
Yep, I am setting that as my home point, because we're probably going to be here for a little bit.
Don't do
told
that.
us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe.
Don't set it as my...
Would that I'd been present
home
to
point?
witness
Not
your
yet, at
victory,
least.
my lord.
No?
Not yet.
I mean, my current home point's in the Adam Steppe, so...
Owed as much to each of
Son
my
of a bitch, I thought it was still in
stories
Kugane.
as it did to
Oh, no,
me.
not yet. No.
Now rise. I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer.
I mean, she is your retainer, to be fair.
Alphino and Alize Levieux, I presume.
I'm surprised he can say their names so easily, considering his accent.
Pleasure to meet you both.
Well, whatever.
The pleasure is ours, Lord Leon. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
See, that's the kind of positive thinking we need around here.
You see what I mean about how things are actually happening now?
Yeah.
Indeed.
They're actually happening now.
This is all I wanted. I just wanted things to happen.
Oh no, Totter is adorable.
We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy.
Are you in
and a
Kugane?
significant number of
Yes.
your countrymen.
Oh, okay.
I'm leaving the... Actually, I wouldn't be able to leave the
Had expressed
return
a
point for you.
willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
Okay, so the Kojin are joining us, the Zayla are joining us, the Sekisegumi are joining us. Well, that's unfortunate. I would think Suino Sato would have been a little more inclined, but...
What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations.
Well, to be fair, they're underwater.
Yeah. If anyone's
like,
gonna live through this, it's
honor-bound
gonna be
and
them,
never
so...
Doma, not long after you left to find Lord
In every war, you need many things. A force, a good leader, but also you need people to live on after the war.
Yeah. And Xenos is gone, which of course means this is going to be a lot
Have you
easier.
heard anything from the resistance?
For this side of the
Hasn't been
war,
another
anyway.
attack, has there?
You know, I just have like this headcanon for the Black Mage and the Dragoon thing of why there's 70. That like after losing to Xenos twice, Rory just dropped off the face of the earth for like a week and trained her ass off. And the entire time she's just mumbling to herself, I'm not gonna lose again.
Garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive
And that's why there's 70.
Excuse me. Well, that would make sense, I guess.
It makes perfect sense for Rory's character because she fucking hates that shit.
She hates losing. They're preparing...
She hates Imperials.
Yeah, that too. They're preparing for a massive operation, so if we're going to act, we need to act now, while they're
Empire's attempt
preparing.
to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
Yeah, they can try.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
But still, a Lalafell named Watching Cutscene. I don't know who came up with that, but that's amazing.
Yeah, so we just have to seize the day.
Like seize the castle.
The Han has spoken.
That too.
And I, for one, am not inclined to argue.
Well, I would hope you weren't. You're the one who's primarily been along the same brainwave as I have this whole time.
In this moment,
I like that Hien coming into the story sort of symbolizes how we're finally going to be doing something.
Of shame. It ends with us.
Yeah, it's
We
nice.
will prevail.
It's almost like the introduction of his character is the thing that finally jump-started all this.
You are correct. It just took us 15 quests to get out from underneath the traditions of the Alrod to actually start doing things. But I've made my point about that, so I will slow down now.
You made your point about that at least 3 to 4 times. Twice of which was an argument.
Yes. I see that. I actually saw it from the air, so. Yeah, I imagine it wouldn't be very good for, like, Thancred or Y'shtola, because... Well, actually, Y'shtola, I think, can still travel by Aetheryte, but I'm pretty sure Thancred cannot. That was the impression that I got, anyway. Well, let's attune to it.
Sad man.
Yeah, now he has to travel everywhere by walking. He's me in Skyrim.
I mean, he doesn't need to necessarily walk. He's got the entire fortune of the Scions in his hands. He's probably got a personal bird porter.
Yeah, I guess that could be. Okay, we've repaired. Let's head in this way and see what the operation is going to be, and if we can send it, bring it to a head sooner rather than later. How's everything going around here, Yugiri? Well, yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's not like I was going to let him go, you know, go under at the Nodum. We kind of need him, so. Okay, sure. Let's listen to the plan.
The plan is surprisingly complicated.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lys and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention.
Okay, yeah, draw them away from the main line. That makes sense.
Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape.
And you know, I would say that that's kind of bonkers for these people armed with giant axes and yawls to attack a bunch of airships, but with that being said, I've seen Bosch use a final flash on a Tonberry airship in Final Fantasy XII, so it's not really that surprising for me. And like, he blew the fucker up. So
Tonberry airship.
Well, it's a Tonberry. That's the name of the ship. It's not like, it doesn't look like a Tonberry.
And disable the Magitech field generators.
It just has a giant fucking Tonberry face on it.
Yeah, no, that's the name of the, like, his commanding officer in a different airship was on the Antlion. So just to give you an idea of, this is why they're using these naming conventions. It's just they're naming their airships after a bunch of Final Fantasy conventions and enemies. So okay, so you guys will take care of the generators. So this is like a fourfold plan,
Once the barrier is down,
basically.
We will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies.
Right, because they'll be able to get us in by sea a little bit faster. Okay.
They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
And there's that.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
It's another attention drawer, right?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt.
Okay, so that's as a protection matter. Okay, got it.
After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies.
And then we'll be attacking the main front. Got it. We got to take the castle
The rest
back.
is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free.
And just think, we could have actually had this plan already in motion if Kosetsu had killed her when he had the chance back in Isari, or if I had killed her and she was targetable in the instance with Xenos. But, no. Plot armor, but whatever. We'll do it now.
Just this thick. Oh, stop whining.
We'll kill her now.
Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear,
You die now.
for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain.
He does have strategy and tactics on the brain at most times.
We shall carry out Alphino's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
Okay, then. Sounds like we gotta... Well, actually, do we have any work to do before we go there?
Yep.
Okay, well, we're gonna see what work it is we have to do to get ready. So what are we up to there, Hein? Sure. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Where's Alpha Node? There he is. So what needs doing, Alpha Node, while we're here? Okay. So who did you turn to? Oh, okay. So Sid's going to lend us a little bit of helping hand knowledge here, huh? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So I'll head to Kugane and take the package then.
Oh, fuck my feels.
What?
I said, oh, fuck my feels.
Oh, boy. That is 311, but I have an extra Aetheryte ticket. I guess I'll use it. And I also have the House of the Fierce set as a home point, so I could just use Return once that's all said and done with. Okay, we got to go over to the, what was it, the Ruby Bazaar? Yeah, the Ruby Bazaar. So let's go see. Probably Tadaru has what we need then, so I probably got to go inside the offices. Yep. Most likely she does, because she has the exclamation marker over her head, or the check mark, rather. Oh my god, she got a she got a kimono. Or is that a yukata? I don't know. I don't know my Japanese...
No, yukata.
It is a yukata? Okay. Yeah, I don't know my Japanese traditional stuff, so... That's funny. She does have a tendency to really blend in with the cultures, though, so...
See, Jimmy, here's my thing. I want to say this, prefacing another scene that's going to be coming soon. You know how for quite some time, despite the fact that you wanted to violently stab Yotsuyu and that she's beyond forgiveness? We're coming up on the point that changed that, in my opinion of that.
Okay.
But then you're also a hardhead, so you're probably not going to listen to me.
I welcome them to try.
You welcome me to try.
No, I welcome everyone to try to change my opinion on Yotsuyu. Because my opinion of Yotsuyu is currently overwhelmingly negative. So... Either way, they gotta do something useful, stay out of the way so we can work. Yeah, I guess she wouldn't really have been much use to us in cases like the Nadam or the Confederacy or anything like that, so... She's where she's, you know, able to work the best, I think, and that's where she's able to gather info for us, so... And hello, Todd, how you doing? You're with me on Yotsuyu, you didn't like her at all. I'm glad someone's on my side. See, Cole has played the patch content. I don't know if he's played all of it yet. I don't think he's played all of it, but he's played the patch content, so he might know more about what happens later on in terms of Yotsuyu's backstory than I do at this point, so... I would assume that's a yes, he does know, but he can't tell me anything because, you know... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that Sid won't make an appearance at this point. I would have preferred if he made an appearance when we first encountered Yotsuyu so he could run her over with his airship, but, you know. Yeah, Omega and Shinryu are probably pretty important. Okay, cool. Cole is reeing with good reason.
Do I say it or no?
No. Love letters for whom? Oh, Jesus. Well, it couldn't be this easy, could it? Okay, so we gotta take him to the Sekisugumi barracks, right? I'll take him then, Hancock. Given me! Especially since I'm currently at, like, basically an honorary post-mogul, I could probably figure it out, so... Middling height and build, black hair, short. Cheery sort wearing bright colors. Okay.
I guess I want you to get to the quest that I said, "I'll fuck my feels." Do you just want me to tell you where he is? Because if I don't, it's going to be the last person you look.
No, I don't want you to tell me where he is. It's fine. I want to see what kind of a search area they have for me here. Okay, it's in the Rakuza district. At least they've narrowed it slightly for me. I was glad to not come out here and see that it was just the entire town, because if it was, I would have been like, oh, fuck me. Would have been the frog side quest from Final Fantasy 15 all over again. Any luck, Tataru? I don't know if this is the... I don't know if this is the person that you're looking for there, Tataru. Okay. Short hair, black hair, bright colors. That's not really bright. I'm gonna say that's not him. I'm outside the circle now, though. I bet you he's in, like, the back alleys somewhere here. Actually, I could probably get to the back alleys from here. So I'll go do it this way. Oh yeah, Cole and I found the hot spring in here, by the way, while we were fucking around off screen. We won't be going there just yet, though. We don't have an adequate reason to go just yet, but we didn't find it by the main entrance, though. We were wandering around tightrope walking up here, because you can tightrope walk on these things, and we found it up there, so... Maybe. I mean, I don't see anybody else around here, so... do you know anything about this lilac-scented love letter, sir? Oh, okay, cool. Well, I think, yeah, it was supposed to go to the Sekisegumi barracks. Okay, cool. Thank you. I found him. He was in the back alley.
Internally, still screaming.
What is that quest? Oh, that's my next samurai quest. Okay. I was like, wait, it's got a blue plus next to it. Did I plan for this? Yes, I did. Because I'm doing that at the next break. Granted, we've still got like 20 quests before we get to the next break, but you know. Why is Luffy in the East Aldenard Trading Company place? He was just missing his red shirt. What?
Jimmy does things, insults characters that I know from the rest of the game. Me, internally, reason C minor.
Well, actually, Tataru, I have exactly what we need. He realized his mistake as soon as I told him, and I got what I needed. Oh dear God, please don't jinx it, Tataru. Okay, good. Because if I had to go looking for Sid again, I mean, I could just, you know, teleport back, but... Yeah, I mean, it would have put Alpha Node off balance, which is always funny, but, you know. No, Tataru, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound good. There was an uh-oh accompanying that. Okay, well, that works. Yeah, since he's always one to be doing business around here. I don't think that was a compliment, Hancock. Well, do, Tataru. Thanks for being around at some point to help us out with this, so... Yeah, discreetly and at a reasonable price. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Yeah, exactly. He's known for that, I guess. So, where's the stand? Okay, so this is just back at the House of the Fierce, right? Yep. All right then, let's use our new return point to go back. I don't know what you mean by where's the stand, though, Todd. Unless you're talking about the Luffy thing, which I don't know much about One Piece, I'll be honest. I know who Luffy is, but yeah. I don't know much beyond that. I've watched One Piece about 10 times in my whole life, so... That's a JoJo Part 7 thing, but vague enough so that it won't be a spoiler. Okay, well, I'm glad that you made it vague enough so it won't be a spoiler. I don't know when I'll be watching JoJo Part 1, let alone Part 7, but still, just in case I ever want to. I was here 5 minutes ago, Alphinote. Are you trying to be funny now? Here's your manual. Okay, good. So what do you mean one less thing? What else is there to worry about? Yes, I do seek further employment, I suppose. Are those tiger skins? Why do I need tiger skins? Well, you can get a gunblade or warquats out of this. I wonder if I can desynth these. Probably not. I don't think I can make dancer weapons as a goldsmith. I mean, you haven't watched all 1,000 episodes? No. No, stop right there, Youngman. That's illegal. One of my friends just started part 3. He's happy. Well, good. Good for him. Isn't part 3 the part where they first introduce Jotaro or something? He's like the only person... Him and Dio are like the only people that I actually know in the JoJo pantheon. Is Jotaro, Kujo, and Dio. That's about it. Oh, okay, sure. I'm always one to go hunting for Imperial patrols. So let's go see if Alisaie's got anything going on. Is Lise gone? No. Maybe. Excuse me. Right, well, we're not going to fail, Gasetsu, so don't worry about that. I probably should have talked to Lise before I left so that it wouldn't be like, well, she's gone now, I can't do anything about it, so... Yes, also the part that some people still think is where JoJo starts. Phantom Blood cries in the corner. Yeah, there's 2 other parts before that. Come on, guys. Part 3 is also when they introduce stands. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that is a little unusual, isn't it? I mean, maybe, yeah. Maybe they're just planning and plotting, so... Okay, so where are we going now? Oh, up there, okay. Well, I could leave by the regular gate, or I could leave using my flight. So I'm gonna leave using my flight. And we don't need Confucius's theme at this point because we've heard it before while we were here. It's more of a celebratory thing when I play Confucius's theme to say, hey, we're able to fly here now, so... Alright, Alisaie, what are we expecting to find around here? Let's look and see if any Imperial patrols are deciding to deign us with their presence. Okay. How do I follow you to the next location by going this way? Oh, it looks like there's a little path down. Okay. Well, thankfully I won't need that, so... At the very least, you did enjoy Phantom Blood. Read JoJo parts before you watched them, still cry at certain parts. Same freeze, same. Alright, meeting for class now, since that's how the schools are doing things for now. Yeah, it's like I said before, modern problems require modern solutions. I guess the schools are trying to ensure that everything goes over okay. Are those... They are actual Namazu that are... Well, they're Ebisu. I don't know if there's a difference. But actual Namazu fighters, that's interesting. Alright, let's see what we can see in the sulfur-ish pits. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, rule of 3s and all that, so let's see where the 3rd location is. Over there, okay. Well, off we go. Don't know if we even get approval to work from home at the moment. Apparently, unless the US government shuts down offices, we're still going in physically to do work. Yeah, it's... And I can't say that I rightfully agree, but... I don't know. We're still behind this in the United States. Like we haven't quite addressed all of the concerns yet. So we've still got some work ahead of us, obviously. I'm hoping we get it to this point where everything is stable, even with the virus out there, but we'll see. Well, I mean, you could bring it back for meat then. Has she gotten stronger? I mean, it's a Yangshan tiger. She probably could have taken care of it before, but well, let's just say she's gotten stronger. Well, I mean, next to me, a lot of people feel like they're not as powerful. Let's just be honest. I'm not even trying to say that to, like, puff up my own head. I'm just saying, at this point, I'm over-leveled for this story, so... Yeah, I think Cole mentioned that. He was trying his hand at Red Mage at one point. He said he met with your teacher, so... Right. Okay, sure. The ribbons. Okay. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Over there. Let's go, Confucius. We gots to head up. Disguised as villagers over here? Is there a village over here? I don't know. Rainbow tiger. Okay, so they're stronger than the other ones were. Okay, so it's not just a Yangshan tiger. Got it. Apparently a good number of the faculty apparently still don't completely know how to hold video conferences, are still having technical issues. Yeah, that's because our Wi-Fi infrastructure in the United States isn't really as good as it could be. We really need to work on that, too. Sounds about right. We had so many calls we literally couldn't handle it. More than half the callers hung up because despite how fast we were going, the average wait time was over 50 minutes for like an hour. Holy shit. Yeah, and it's not even anything that you guys can do about it. It's just the way that everything is structured, so... How are you? Oh, how little you know.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You alright there?
Yeah. I'm good. I had a spout of my stomach exploding, but this is fine.
Oh, that's not good. These Imperial imposters just tried to Madare me. They will soon learn the error of their ways.
Oh, the fools. The absolute fools.
I probably should have waited to Jinpu that guy, because I honestly kind of wanted to see if I wandered behind the guy, even though he didn't have an AoE on Tenka Goken, I would still avoid it, but, well, it's fine. Aha! I see the Haunted Elder has not gotten away. How far ahead of me are you anyway, Cole?
For this part.
Oh, okay.
I'm like 2 quests ahead of you.
Okay.
I'm far enough ahead of you that you're not going to be catching up to me before the end of the stream.
Great. Did you unlock the next dungeon?
No. I forgot there's a little bit yet still that we have to do before we unlock the next dungeon.
Yeah. What are you talking about, man? Are you talking about Yotsuyu? Is that what you're talking about? Tell me your pain, Haunted Elder. Oh, God.
My head.
Let's hope my muscle memory kept me intact there, or Alice took care of it for me. So this is the Elder when he was younger. Okay. Okay, so young Yotsuyu, got it. Wait, I thought we were in Japan. This is how they treat daughters in China. I mean, I guess they might have in Japan at some point, too. Huh. Well, if this is going by the standard of Chinese people not liking... The standard stereotype, I should mention. It's a stereotype. It probably has happened in real life, but it's not necessarily the norm. The stereotype is that Chinese people don't like their daughters because they want to make sure that they have a son to pass along the family line. So. Oh, and it's not even her daughter, it's her half-daughter. Okay, got it. I guess it could be a mix. Yeah, it could be a mix of the two. That's true. What kind of an understanding? Don't answer that, viewers. I don't want to know.
So, Jimmy, let me put this in a different way. You know how I read you?
Yeah.
This is the R.
So the rest of this is the E.
Oh no, you haven't gotten to the rest of that yet.
Well, that was inconvenient timing. Thankfully, Alice handled it for me. You're telling me. Oh, do you know about my echo powers yet? You might not. I don't know if you've ever seen me have an echo flashback. I don't know if I'm telling you about the echo flashback. I would think she might... Well, actually, no. The twins don't necessarily know about it immediately because they're not... They haven't been scions their whole lives, so... Yeah, I don't think she's seen one yet. Yeah, because she hasn't been... Like, this is the first expansion where she's around for the entirety of the main story, so... Yeah, and she didn't see one during the Coil story either, yes. So, yeah, so probably she hasn't seen an Echo Vision. Yeah, I had to think about that for a minute because I wasn't 100% sure. I'll tell you what, though, this little valley that they've got this place in is pretty... Like, from the air, you can barely notice that it goes into the mountain at all, so... It's not a bad place to hide. Of course, if they keep seeing me fly in and out of it, it might make it a little bit harder to hide in, but hopefully after we're done in this area, we won't have to hide anymore. Yeah, so hopefully the operation happens soon, so... No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just thinking about who that was in the flashback and how the audience is probably going to try to convince me that she's a sympathetic character now. Sorry, Cole. I had to put the dig out there. Sorry, Cole.
I'm gonna fucking delete you.
Do what you do. Always use the underwater entrance. Yeah, that's a good idea. In character, that really is a good idea to make sure that they don't know where we're coming in from. But
had to put the dig out here. Cole reeing in C minor.
Uh-oh. What kind of trouble in am I? Yeah, let's go see what Lise has to say, so we can see what's going on. What's going on, Lise? I heard you were having a little trouble out there. Okay, what kind of problems? Right. Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. Sure. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Why is she telling Issa, though? Like, what? He's a kid. What's he gonna do?
He's basically the person running the soldiers in that area, basically.
It seems like a strange person to tell to run the soldiers. Like, I mean, the Link's Awakening thing where they say, "Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm just a kid." It's there for a reason. Oh, whatever. That doesn't sound good.
Nope, not at all.
Okay. We'll hit the underwater exit so that we can get out of here. Actually, I can now do this, and if I cut up a little bit quickly, I should be able to still be flying when I come out of here, if I hit it at the right angle. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, well, we'll have to see what kind of a solution we can get. I mean, if I have to go beat up a bunch of Imperials to get them some number 55 sets, that's fine. Speaking of which, where are those 2 bags of holding that, you know, the bottomless bags that Yugiri had that were full of armor? Those could be pretty useful right about now. Well, what's the sit rep here? Issa? Seems like he's really taking charge around here. I guess that's a good thing. Well, that's fair, yeah. Yeah, things are gonna move pretty quick from here on there, Issa, so... Well, he's not being a you know, a crybaby and a traitor at this point. So yeah, I guess I could say I like him a bit more now. So where can we get extra armor from? Yeah, that's a good point.
Sigh.
See, Cole, this is why you shouldn't have played ahead, because now you have to hold your tongue on all the stupid things that I say. Yeah, like that. Oh, okay, so there's a crafter or an armorer at the Enclave? Suranuki. Oh, he doesn't live at the Enclave. Okay, I was going to say, how are we going to get to the Enclave from here? The moon gates are still closed, but no, that's not how that works. Did you already clear out the Castromid has supplies, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, is it because, like, even if it wasn't just, like, even if those bags of holding weren't there for Yugiri, or even if it doesn't have supplies, she still had those. The ones that had... I think I remember the bags that she had there saying something about, like, it seems like this could store an infinite number of number 55 whatever armor. I know that's just a game mechanic thing, but... you know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Suranuki, hello. Well, we're troubling you right now, and we're not leaving until you are no longer feeling troubled by it, so...
I gotta admit, you're going through this quest a lot faster than I thought. You're actually caught up to me.
Oh, nice.
9 hells, we might actually make it to Doma Castle tonight, but of course we won't, because that would be too nice.
Well, we got 40 minutes left, so hopefully there's only like 1 or 2 more quests before we get into Doma Castle. We'll see.
I mean, you're right, but there's also cutscenes.
Well, at least he's willing to make us armor, even if he thinks that it's a foolish endeavor for what we're doing. Good. Good. Glad to hear it. Yes, that's also an option. We could just go salvage a bunch of Magitech stuff. Oh, okay, cool. This old man's been hard at work over here. He's talking about, oh yeah, well the rebellion will never happen, but I've made explosives that can destroy Magitech, so here you go.
I mean, you may think the rebellion's not going to happen, but damned, he doesn't want to get raided by a bunch of Imperials.
Yeah.
He's going to die if you go down fighting.
That's what I want everyone to do, though. This is the argument I've been having the whole time. Go down fighting.
This is the argument the Warrior of Light's been making the whole time.
Yeah.
At least we can fly in this area and it's a lot faster. You know, that's what's speeding this up. I remember all these quests taking a long time because I couldn't fly.
Yeah, that'll do it. This is why I got the ether currents here, though, because I knew we'd be coming back, so... Ooh, armor plating. Gimme, gimme, gimme. This stuff is a little heavy now, isn't it?
A little.
And also there's a Venara that's wandering suspiciously close to me, like it wants to take a bite out of me. You can try, but...
Ah, yes. Stone-fried Jimmy. My favorite dish.
Gently prepared over a 16-day slow-cooked flame.
Make sure to give it a salt bath, though. Actually, no, don't give it a salt bath.
No, I'd be too salty then.
Egregious amounts of pepper.
Yeah.
Just a hilarious amount of pepper.
You need more water to balance out all the salt.
Gotta fucking drown it in a river and then fucking cook it.
Hopefully it's a freshwater river. You tried to do it in the rivers around here, I think they're saltwater.
I was under the impression they were acid.
In Yanxia? I mean, I don't know about that.
I was talking about Niagara Falls, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I wasn't even on the same page with that joke.
You were in a different time zone, yo.
I really was, though. Holy shit. Well, thankfully, even though they're, you know, I mean, they're repurposing their farming supplies to become weapons and everything like that, which is good. But they also have a few gunblades among themselves as well, since we did the stuff with the with Gyoren? Is that his name? I forget. The one Namazu that was trying to become the best merchant ever over at the Namazu's Yuzuka Manor.
I mean, I would teach them how to use gunblades, but given how much people hate Imperials around here, I think they'd notice really quick that I'm a little too good at using them.
Yeah, I wonder what the Doman's opinion of
Thanks, Dad.
like Lucia and Rory would be if they knew they were Garlean.
Good thing I keep my head plate covered up.
Yeah, that is. I have lots of steel for you. Here you go, sir. 15 pieces.
Why do you think I'm wearing this absolutely enormous hat in the sunlight, Jimmy? People are going to be paying more attention to my giant, adorable hat than the stone in my forehead.
This is true. Well, sir, you can believe that, but no, actually, Hein is not dead. He's very much alive. So
He not dead.
what does that even mean? Oh, okay, so that's... He pulled what Hein was going to do if the people were defeated, where he was going to offer his head up so that the people would have some measure of peace. Yeah.
Damn, thank God we still have time from following in his father's footsteps. Hell, we even got a Zayla army out of it. Several of them, actually.
Okay, so, but I'm still not hearing a reason for you to stop fighting out of this. Their murders were not on your hands. Their murders were on the Imperial's hands. As long as one of you still stood, you should keep fighting.
Just for the fucking Christ, Jim.
If you don't believe me, old man, you should go to the House of the Fierce, because he's making his rounds out there. Yeah, you should say goodbye to your despair there, old man. We could use an armorer like you at the House of the Fierce. So, okay, good.
Spotify, I love you.
What did it play?
I'm just sitting here vibing here to my music, and all of a sudden all I hear is Machina Supremacy come on. I'm like, I haven't listened to you in months!
Well, that'll do it.
Something, goddammit. Explosions.
Okay, Lise, now we got a few other things we can do. I don't think I can yeah, I can't desynth any of that stuff, so I guess I'm taking more materia. That's what I'm saying, Lise. That's what I'm saying. Okay, cool. Probably, let's go see what kind of work we can do. Excuse me. Let's hope there isn't too much more work, because if we can get to Doma Castle today, I'd like to. It's becoming less and less likely with every passing minute, though.
Well then, and follow me here. Read faster! We're close, I know that for a fact.
Okay, good. So Gosetsu has been training these people. That's good. How about over here?
Let's be fair, this quest and everything in it has been sped up immensely simply because we have the ability to fly.
Yes. See, he was saying everything is fine, but, I mean, Doma's about to be burning around us, so... I hope it's still fine when we're done with it.
This is not fine.
That is a good idea. I should go see if Hein is around. Here he is. Let's go see what he's up to. No, I mean, you're going to be flanked by several people in the Doman Liberation Front, and also me and my stoutest band of warriors, so... Okay, sure. Munzen, huh? Okay. I'll go see if I can find this Munzen. It's over there. Okay. I gotta tell you what, though. I like the fact that they put all the ether currents on the opposite side of the moon gate, but I can't help but feel like it was a bit of a mistake, because what ends up happening when you have all the ether currents on the opposite side is you get flight here, and like this side of the gates, it just becomes a blur of countryside that you just see below you. You don't take the time to actually look around it, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not a terribly bad thing. It just sort of defeats the purpose of of getting all that stuff, you know? Like, if you were able to walk around here, if you had to walk around here, maybe to find one last ether current, it would make the trip a little bit more meaningful, I guess. It's still meaningful, just, I guess, not as much. Well, you never know, Hein. I mean, there's a bunch of Magitech here, but it might be again. Okay, sure. Let's go see what kind of a closer look he wants to take. So he's gonna go straight up to the doorstep, huh? Alright, well, while we're here, let's get Confucius out. You and me, buddy, we're gonna carve a path. Here we go.
God damn it.
Wow.
I just want to get the Doma Castle, too.
I'm working my way there.
E in the re.
I'm working my way there. Oh god, Ken Key release.
Delete this.
Oh, I still got hit by it. Big deal. Ooh, I got that off just before my True North went. Phew! Now there's two of them here. I'm totally unprepared for two.
If this game would let me out of the cutscene, I'd be helping you.
Oh, I must not have had my Shifu sent for some reason. Oh well. I can do this too. That's it, Confucius. Kick dust in their eyes. Well, what do you think, Hein? Yeah, it's a shame that they aren't here to see us liberate the town for them. You should not have done that. Oh, okay, well that's a good idea. Okay, will do. So go see if there's any weapons for salvaging and then meet Hein where he is. Got it. Which way is that guy facing? I think he's facing away from me. There's also a fate in here, so that's just great. Oh, that's a big guy. Keto Maru. Oh, that's a 30-minute. Instead of leaving the giant contraption alone, several Namazu who stumbled upon an abandoned automaton of unknown origin felt compelled to poke at it with sticks, ultimately awakening the metal beast, now compelled to vaporize everything that moves. Fantastic. Think you get a cool thing if you beat that fate? I don't know if we're going to get the chance today. Might be a little bit beyond me, I think. At least by myself.
You have me, though.
Yeah, it's true. We're going to leave Kitamaru here because he only has 2 minutes left on his thing anyway, so... Let's go meet with Hein at the water's edge. Well, there she is. Doma proper. Well, I found one katana, but only one. There you go. Right, probably. Oh, yeah, that's a shame. Probably would have been a fierce warrior if he had the chance to actually draw his sword, if he wasn't killed by subterfuge. See, I was a little confused there for a second, because I was like, wait a minute, how could you have visited him if you've never seen a free Doma, if you were still in the womb when Doma was taken over? It's because his father acted the puppet to keep his people safe for a time, until the Empire just said fuck it and took over everything anyway. He sat on the throne, a hollow shell of a king, quote-unquote. So... Right, well, it's all Doma. As you should. You think about those people that you're carrying with you, yeah, that keeps you strong, so... It's quite the burden we bear, isn't it? Wow. Having a revelation, a moment of fridge brilliance. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing. Anything that can improve on Alphinaud's already good plan, I'll take. So. Oh, okay. Why do we need the Kojin emissary? What is going through your head right now, Hein? Oh boy. I've seen the look in his eyes before. It looked a lot like how I looked when I was doing the Nadam.
Hell. Jimmy,
wow.
I can't hear you.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's doing that thing again. Yeah, I was doing that thing again.
Nice.
I fixed it by disconnecting and reconnecting on the Discord.
I just realized I'm mad.
Wow.
I'm not going to be here for tomorrow's stream, and I won't be able to go into Doma Castle with you, so you can see the next E on the re.
Oh, that's underneath us. So I gotta go this way and then down. Okay, Alphinaud. Hein, yeah, he had an idea, and he had that look in his eyes that I get when I'm feeling particularly passionate or angry about something, so... Okay.
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary?
Is that Soroban? It is Soroban.
Soroban!
Elder sends his regards.
My boy.
He's back again.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If you might humor me.
Okay, well, what's the... Is it going to be humorous, or is it going to be dead serious?
Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Excuse me?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
You want to destroy the outer walls.
Then I wish to revise the plan.
I guess he really wants to rebuild when he's done tearing down.
I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
Well, they wouldn't have an escape plan if you flooded it. It's not like they have the blessing of water, so... It's going to take a while to unflood it, though, isn't it, Hein?
My
Just
lord,
a thought.
the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
Well, let's hear his reasoning before we go jumping any conclusions.
Improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
It's so crazy it just might work.
Damn, Ian, how you walk with balls that big? I'm just gonna flood the castle I grew up in the hopes of liberating our nation. What a fucking madman.
Let's be honest, though, Gosetsu. I don't think we can actually go into Doma proper. I think it's just the dungeon.
Wars do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we cannot build.
Yeah, I agree with
Let
that,
us only
so...
think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I mean, it makes sense. It does divide our forces a little bit, but I think it's worthwhile.
Instruct our sappers to make ready.
Good.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Korjin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
All right. Everything's in place. Now we just got to do it.
What?
And I don't think we can do it today because it's 7:08.
Screams.
I gotta think, and I gotta make an informed decision here about whether or not we'll be able to make it through the castle and any cutscenes that follow.
Well, if you want my humble opinion, we have On the Eve of Destiny, the cutscene that follows that. I'm pretty sure there's one more quest where we just like do things. I'm not sure if On the Eve of Destiny has the cutscene I'm thinking about. Then we move off to a place, start the assault, cutscene plays, then we go into a dungeon, then there's another cutscene.
Let me think about it for a few minutes here while we're getting there. Well, probably you, Gary. Okay, so you'll be with us along the way through the main gate. Got it. What about you, Lise? Okay, so you're going to help with defending Namai. Got it. Well, we gave them something to fight for. They finally listened to us, Lise. That's why. A floating Dalmel is not something I expected to see today, but here we are. Well, you know, we might die, but we might live. We might dine in hell, but we might also dine in Doma Castle when this is all over, so. So that's the part that's getting me, Gasetsu. I don't want to go in with this concept of we're pushing up on time being a thing, so. Okay. That's probably a good idea, Alphanode. Probably a good idea. No rest for the righteous. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to be able to take a quick break, I'll take a quick break. That's fine. You too, Alphanode. You and everyone else. But we all know there's no rest for the wicked, so.
This scene coming up, the cutscene you're going into, is actually amazing. It's another one of my favorite parts of Stormblood.
Let's have a look. Well, tomorrow's the day.
I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day.
So you can't sleep either, huh? I get it.
I don't think anybody can sleep.
Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won and what we've lost.
You're right, there will be losses, but the greater part of this is that we'll have won a major victory.
I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing.
Right. That's the spirit, Lise.
Off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you.
Yeah, I'll try to get some sleep then.
Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Alpha and Alize. Quietly.
What, are they sleeping on each other's shoulders? Am I going to take a photo and post it on Noctis's Instagram?
Bro.
Let's go take a look at the twins. I think that's the same position we found them in when we first got to Eorzea.
Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
Now that is a break I can take. I will take your finest mineral water.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know his thoughts on the matter.
Are you tipsy already, Gosetsu? Because, I mean...
No, he's fucking wasted.
I just hope he won't be hungover at the end of the day.
Hungover.
Maybe.
We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
Oh god, is he still on about that?
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak.
So let's hear it.
In all my time,
Should probably mention.
Yeah.
You see those little cups? Those are how you're actually supposed to drink sake. He's pounding it out of the bottle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do it.
The first. A defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father.
Okay, what was the second? Was the second the time that you guys were trying to bust him out?
Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan, allowed at last to receive visitors, called for me, of all people.
Limited animations, glorious limited animations. Yeah, don't they have a scene, though, in Shadowbringers, if I remember right? I think I saw something on the Reddit one time where somebody was saying, like, how PS3 and everything and, you know, Windows 7 support or whatever died for this, and it was, like, them pouring out an actual, like, pot of tea, like, into a cup. And it was, like, showing the animation happening, so...
For my unborn child, he said. For my
Animating water's hard, man.
I know.
Live.
So he was telling you that for Hein, obviously.
My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to Kami themselves.
So atone for it. Do better in the eyes of the Kami from here on. It's not a big deal.
Did I mention I love Gosetsu as a character? He had me from his introduction.
Well, he really kind of hit me with just with his introduction, because he's exactly the kind of character that I usually like when it comes to this stuff.
Another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Oh god, he really is drunk.
Oh my god. Why is Gosetsu such a good character?
It's far too soon for that. Save your tears.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm crying.
You may be sure we will have ample
Crying.
cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
Yeah, because we could all live or we could all die, but there's only one way to find out.
We who yet walk the path should not think too much of the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms.
Or, you know, closed fists in the case of the Imperials.
He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no?
Yeah, that's the main concern right now. I don't worry about the debts until we get to the point where we can actually repay them. I'm just glad we're moving in that direction, though, to be honest with you, Hein.
If you've no intention of sleeping, you giddy, you may as well join us.
Guess you can't slip past him, even though you are a ninja.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
Okay, well, I think the day's arrived. Let's see if the day's arrived. Let's talk to Hein and see. Yep, the day has arrived.
Is the quest to unlock it. Yes.
This is, in fact, the quest to unlock it? Okay, that is worth knowing, because that means that we are at the foothold of Doma Castle. We're about ready to head on to the inside. Everyone's as rested as they can be, I'm sure. Yeah, I should probably go see what Ali stays up to while we're at it. Everyone's as rested up as they can be. We all have our jobs to do. We all have our parts to play. But will we be able to liberate Doma Castle from the Imperials? Will Xenos make an untimely appearance and thwart all of our efforts? Or will we be victorious? The die will be cast on the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood the Stream Edition. We may live or we may die, but we will not know until we start fighting. And thank God they're finally fucking doing that, because if I had to wait one more goddamn episode, I would have blown a fucking gasket. In any case, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Adam, I'm sorry, you just got here and we're ending. I apologize. Bad timing on our part, I think. So yes, we'll see everybody tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll head into Doma Castle to try to actually commit to a good victory as a part of all of this. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good night.
Peace.
Confucius, where are you gonna be while all this is going on? I just thought about that as we're on our way out. I'll have to find a job for you. Maybe I'll have you go over to Namai to make sure Lise and the others are okay. I mean, it's a bunch of civilians, and Lise is capable on her own, but I'm sure she wouldn't be want for the backup, especially the backup of an elder god like yourself.